Uh, People don't know that I'm black till the camera turns back on. It's true. Niggas know.
This is we're back, as you can see, and this is episode whatever of Film Club. Never keep track of them. I am your
Who keeps
host,
keep
Zach,
track?
the baby cinephile. I don't know, and this is my co-host, my guy, my
Hey,
film bro in life, Kenny Sparks. What's up, man?
what's up, y'all? I'm Kenny Sparks. I am the '90s action movie enthusiast, the best
Hey,
person that you know, who's bruisiest, and the unseen movie marathon runner of your life. So let's get into it. I literally just made all that up. I'm working on a new intro for my videos, and I just freestyled that. Half of that's not going to make it. So, welcome, y'all. Thanks for coming through.
let's raise to 90%. Let's go 90%.
90%.
90%. Yeah, not making it. Okay, so we have a really good show for you guys as Kenny freezes. We're
Freeze.
going. Obviously, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so we're going to talk a little bit, catch up with you guys, and then we're going to talk about our last four watch, and then we're going to do spoiler talk for Demon Slayer and The Long Walk, which is going to be very, very interesting because me and Kenny have very different opinions on The Long Walk, and we both have similar opinions on Demon Slayer, but different aspects of it we're going to be tackling. So, Kenny, I guess while you figure out what's going on with your camera, I'll talk about myself. So yeah, the reason why we haven't been on the last 2 weeks is because of me. I've been struggling with some hand pain, and I work on the computer all day at work, and then I work on the computer all day at home. So it's causing some cramping in my hand and some pain. So I needed to figure that out. I had to get some occupational therapy on my hand, and she suggested that I got this nice nifty thing, which is a vertical mouse switch. I have to be very careful because the buttons here are back and forward, and it will back out of the stream and close it. So I got to be very careful.
That's delicious.
And now Kenny's over here interrupting me while he's not on camera. Son of a gun. So yeah, so I got that really nice. I also got this little nice mouse pad right here to rest my wrist, so your boy feels good. I also, right before we did the stream, I updated my OBS. I've never been using OBS. Kenny just gave me a little bit of a crash course on using it. So let me know how OBS looks, how it looks compared to how I usually look. That will be ever changing and things like that. And how everything looks on screen. We're trying to upgrade stuff and upgrade the flow of the live stream of Film Club. Also, I guess while we still continue to wait for Kenny, I'm going to show you guys some things that I've got recently for physical media, because you know I'm a big physical media enthusiast. I just got one of my favorite and like most underrated films, and I realized it looks backwards. Dream Scenario. It's a media book, not a steel book. Comes with a poster. It comes with a book about the film. So this was really cool. I've been looking to get this for a while, but it's been like $80 on eBay, and it finally went on sale to like $35 on Amazon. So I definitely picked it up immediately. I also picked up After Sun. This is a film that I actually was a little bit mixed on when I first watched it, but after like looking into it more, I felt like I needed to watch it. And I just love A24's packages. So even for films that I'm not too fond of, I love getting them. Except I saw the TV Glow. I ain't never getting that movie. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. That movie's absolute bukkake. So no, I saw the TV Glow. One of the most overhyped
I
movies.
mean, this is just some horrible stuff. Horrible.
Yeah, good segue, Kenny. Controlling stuff while he's still figuring out his camera. Love it. Long Legs. I literally like this movie a lot. I like this little slip cover thing they did with the words. That's really cool. So this was the Lionsgate Steelbook, and I got it for on sale for $15. Can't beat that. Originally like 35, and then have two more. About to break my back. Ballerina. It's probably my favorite action film of the year so far. It's a little bit of like a lenticular thing, and it has the shiny stuff. It comes with a slip cover, but also a steel book, which is cool. And before I look at the last one, the creme de creme, and I'm about to knock everything over, I just want to say hi to Stacy. How are you doing, Stacy? Thank you for joining to live stream. Appreciate you being here. And before I answer your question, I got Godzilla -1/-1, the Japanese collections media book steelbook. So kind of looks like this, which is really, really cool. I really, really like the insides and stuff like that. A lot of it's in Japanese, so clearly I'm not going to be able to read some of the cool things, but it's cool to have and have all the different versions of it. I have the Blu-ray, the black and white version, and the 4K version, and in a real cool protective box. So those are some of the physical media I've picked up in the last couple of weeks. And just give you an update on that, and then obviously I'll let you guys know what I've gotten. Stacy asked, what are your favorite montages? Okay, montages. That's a good question, Stacy. You always like to ask these very good questions that I'm not prepared for. And this is why we need to start doing the weekend thing where we do prepared questions so I can have these favorite movie montages. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what montages that I love. There's a lot of... Oh, so on the top of my head, I could think about... the Creed montages when he's training. Those always get me super, super hyped up. I love the Creed movies, and I think that's definitely one of them. Let me see. I think Team America World Police, which is a film that I've seen a few times, they have a montage in there that's absolutely insane, and I really like that one as well. I'm trying to think of other montages. I feel like there's something that I recently saw that I really, really like. That was a montage. Can't think of it, but those two right there off the top of my head, without doing any like real research and looking into my letterbox and things like that, those are two of my favorite montages. And then he said, "Who would you cast as a new Robin Hood?" Ooh, so I would need something really, really scruffy. I would actually go maybe a little different and go with Lakeith Stanfield as a new Robin Hood. I think that Lakeith Stanfield as Robin Hood, I think he fits the look of the character. He's also doesn't, you don't have to be bulky as that character. And Lakeith Stanfield usually is kind of wiry, and he has the range to pull it off. And I think it'd be interesting to see what a black Robin Hood would look like and what themes that could bring out in the character that's not there before. Also, everyone check your Netflixes for Robin Hood, the movie. Netflix's and Amazon Prime has been removing some of the text from that original classic film that talks about revolution. Definitely report it if you see that still happening, because they've been removing certain things from certain movies, and that's why it's important to have physical media, because you can't change the physical media. It's going to be there forever. On streaming, they're like changing things, which is not great. Do you have a favorite montage? I don't think I have a favorite one. I never really thought about that question. I probably have seen some montages that I really like, but I don't have a favorite one off the top of my head. Obviously seen some that I really like, but I haven't ranked them. What's your favorite montage, Akers? And also, who would you cast as Robin Hood? Who would you cast as Robin Hood? Evan, what's up? It's my other Cinephile, Cinebro in charge. He is on the Evan edition, and every other Sunday we live stream together. We did one just recently, which was really, really fun. And he's on his way to go check out The Long Walk. That's dope. I'm excited for you to check out the film, and I really want to see what your thoughts are, because it is a tough film to watch and is pretty brutal. And I see in the background, I don't know if he's ready to come back, but I see Kenny, you son of a gun. Kenny is back. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I actually had to change out to my other phone because the one I was using was just died.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and I took the opportunity to put some stuff in the background because I was like, oh, the background's playing. I'm sorry I left you hanging. I love you. Don't hate me, okay?
Sometimes it's hard not to.
I just what? I'm just a baby. So
You a big ass baby, all right? You know what I'm saying? You a big ass one. You a baby. Okay, so I done my catching up. I talked about my physical media, what's going on with my hand, why we haven't been on for 2 weeks. What's going on with you?
I'm in an identity crisis, my nigga.
God, that was a strong nigga. Goddamn. Why are you in an identity crisis?
Yeah, think about that. Think about what the black man has gone. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
No, so right now I'm in a situation where I'm really thinking about a lot of different things. I know we talked over the weekend about some personal issues I was having and
Mhm.
some like revelations I had about life and the pursuit of happiness and all the other good stuff. And I'm in a transition with my channel right now where I'm trying to really figure out how to best utilize my skills or improve my skills in order to make videos that people will actually want to watch, right? I
Mhm.
think that over these past 2 years, I've definitely grown in some areas, but there are some other areas who I would like to grow in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hello, this is Prince Harvey. Harvey as in Two Face because she has a multicolored face. Um, there it is. Yeah. So I'm thinking about just either strictly doing the Unseen Movie Marathon as the basis for my channel and not necessarily doing recent reviews. Maybe I'm also considering just turning my channel into a 90s action movie kind of review channel, right? I'm
Mhm.
considering doing both and doing recent reviews. I know that me and you have talked a lot about how even just now, just before this stream, we were talking about how one of the things that us and our friends do is something called the real roulette, where we were like doing it like really. It's a sort of a game kind of like activity that
Yeah.
we do where we suggest movies to our friends, and we were doing it every single week, which made it kind of difficult to do and arduous. And the reason why I bring that up is because I came up with the idea, and what I usually do in my life is I do something really like hard and to the max, right? I go hard at something, I overextend, overdo something, and then it comes to a point where I'm like, I was doing too much. I probably I could probably pull back and what have you. And I think that that's kind of what I've been experiencing with my channel. So that's a lot of different things that's been going on. None of it too personal, but there's areas in life where I think I could be doing better. But yeah, so who knows? Like, I don't know what I'm going to be. Thank you for that. I appreciate your appreciation, and I mean that sincerely. But yeah, like I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do, which is why I haven't really put out any reviews in the past 3 weeks. I'm in kind of a limbo point where I don't want to put anything out until I'm sure of the direction that I'm going in. However, I do want to talk about him, and if I'm excited and passionate about him that's coming out
Yeah.
this weekend, I'll definitely review it. If I'm not, you probably
There you
won't see
go.
me again until 2026. But which is probably not true. You'll definitely see me again before that. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. Yeah, man. So I know that was long winded. Y'all ain't asked for all that. I'm black and Puerto Rican. Who knows? So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the catching up for both of us. And then we're also going to catch up, not catch up like the sauce or the condiment, like
Tomatoes.
bars, but we're going to catch up on our last four
Tomatoes.
watch. So, last four films that me and Kenny Sparks over here
Yeah.
have watched. I did this with CC Clemens when she was hosting, and Evan said it's honest and beautiful, brother. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing our last four watch. We taking it from Letterbox, obviously, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna start with me. I'm gonna talk about my last four that I watch, and here they are. So I've seen Ojai, Sacramento, Deep Cover, and Unknown Number, a high school catfish. So let's start with Ojai. Ojai is one of the this year has been the unconventional rom com. Materialist, Splitsville, Ojai, and also the threesome. Right, we've had 4 or 5 films that have kind of trying to unromanticize rom coms in a way that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
This one is, and all of them have been about communication. Right, The Materialist is about communication. Splitsville is also about communication, but all in different types. Threesome is about miscommunication, but all of them are in different ways. Oh Hi is about these two um, having fun in this relationship, but at different levels. The girl thinks that they're boyfriend and girlfriend. The guy's like, we're just having fun. But as I'm watching the movie, he's doing boyfriend stuff. When it got to the point where she said, "Oh, this is a great first couples trip," and he was like, "What?" I was like, "What? What do you mean, what?" You cooked her dinner, brought her flowers, slow danced with her, took her to a secluded area, doing all these boyfriend kind of things. This is not a casual dating thing, but also you have to have that discussion. So that's where it goes, and then it spirals into hell as the movie keeps going. So Oh Hi, I highly recommend. It's really cute. It's really fun. Molly Gordon, best performance that she's had so far, and I really, really enjoy it. I highly recommend it. I think it's rentable right now. It's not on streaming yet.
Nice. Yeah, so I didn't put it on my last four, but I
Mhm.
also watched Unknown Number.
Yeah, we're about to talk about that.
We could have did a whole live stream about Unknown Number for real, for real.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That shit was crazy. But yeah, I'm kind of sad that I didn't see. I've seen quite a few movies, but I haven't seen a lot of like recent movies. I mean, we'll get to my part when we get to my part, but
Yeah.
I just want to bring attention to the fact that you say "oh hi" like you're speaking another language.
What do you mean?
Say it again.
Oh Hi.
You was like, no, but you was like "oh hi." Like I was like, wait.
Oh, I did it. Look at this. You gaslighting me.
No, I'm not. I was like, "oh hi." He was like, okay.
I did not say "oh hi." I didn't do that. You see how crazy that sounds?
It sounds like Mandarin for real. He's like, "oh hi."
If it was Mandarin, it'd be like, "oh hi."
First of all, that's a stereotype.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
They speak from their diaphragm. We speak from up here.
Have you ever heard Jackie Chan sound like that?
Does he speak Mandarin?
Yes, he's Chinese.
That doesn't mean every Chinese person speaks Mandarin.
It's the national language. As a matter of fact, every Chinese person from China specifically is bilingual, is multilingual. Unlike us, uncultured heathens.
Speak for yourself. I speak Japanese. I'm out in these streets selling that rock.
Nope.
How you think I fund this YouTube?
Wow. Speaking of which, we want to bring attention to, if you look at the bottom ticker down there, every super chat does help improve the content. We do love having fun with you guys, but one of the things that we definitely want to do is find ways to fund this channel to help us make this channel better for y'all. So yeah, if you feel so inclined to drop a super chat, greatly appreciate it. We'll read it. We'll reply to it. We'll give you a special animation. You know what I mean? And we'll stay off the plantation because slaves ain't got no money. And if you help us out, we can remain free. Anyway, so if you want more great content like that, what you just saw, drop a super chat whenever you feel so inclined. If you can't, don't feel obligated to, but we appreciate it. So that's our
they got access for money after that crap. But yeah, my second movie I saw that I have here, because I think this is in order, is Sacramento. This was a really good movie. This is 2 movies in a row where Michael Cera has really impressed me in his acting. Phoenician Scheme, he was really, really good in that film, and one of the reasons why it's one of my favorite films of the year. And then in this one, he plays a father, or almost going to be a father, with Kristen Stewart, who was really good in this movie. And I wish she was in more in the movie. She's pregnant. He's having an existential crisis because he doesn't know if he's going to keep his job. She is having a crisis because she has to like baby him. And she's like, I can't baby you right now. I'm pregnant. And I also still have to do my job. So he's having a crisis. And then his friend comes, who just got out of rehab, and he doesn't have anybody. So he comes and crashes their place and takes them on a long adventure, and to find out that he impregnated a girl. So it was like this whole like friendship discovery, but also like having that crisis of you're older now and you're having kids, and how do you handle that? How do you grow up and make sure you handle that well? And it was really fun. It wasn't like there was some moments I actually laughed loud, but it's not continuously laughing out loud throughout. It's more like chuckles or smiles. But I really like the characters, and I just like spending time with them. It's one of those movies where you just like spending time with these characters.
Amen. Can I just say something real quick?
What's up?
I thought my microphone was connected to the thing, so I muted it to burp. But I realized my laptop speakers are on. So that I apologize for burping into your guys' ears. That is not my intention. I'm not that much of a.
I was wondering. I was like,
and I definitely wouldn't do it while you were talking and texting. That would be crazy.
I was like, oh, he just don't give up.
Yeah. So I'm like, you could probably hear like the difference in how I sound now versus how I sounded earlier.
Yeah,
it's because I thought the right microphone was on. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's hilarious.
Oh, hi.
So Ojai is on rental. Sacramento is on Hulu, and my next one is on Prime Video. This is Deep Cover. This is about three not stand up. What's the thing called when you kind of you do it on the fly? Those type of comedians.
Oh, yeah. No, not stand up. I guess.
Oh my god.
Improvisation.
Yeah, improv comedians, right? They're in England. Bryce Dallas Howard is the teacher. She's a failed stand-up comedian and actress. She teaches other people, and a cop comes up to her and says, "Hey, I have a job for you. We need people who are really good on the fly to bust drug stuff, and it's non-dangerous bust. We just need you to go and buy, and then come back and record that they bought it, and then we'll go get them."
Mm-hmm.
So then she picks two of her students, and they go to do their first job. And because they get so deep into their characters, instead of just buying the drugs and leaving, they end up going deeper and deeper into the drug game and into the mafia game and getting themselves into a heap of trouble. Yeah, the movie's really fun.
Yeah,
it was funny. I really love these three actors together. That is Orlando Brown, I believe. No, that's not Orlando Brown. That's the black guy, right? Orlando Bloom. He is great in this one.
Orlando Brown.
That Orlando Brown's isn't that from That's So Raven?
Oh, that nigga.
Yeah. That's why I fixed it real quick. I was like, yeah, no, that's not him. So Orlando Bloom is really great in this movie as his character. All three of them are really great, and all the side characters are great. You'll be seeing actors like, oh, I know that actor. Mm-hmm. It's a really, really fun movie. So I highly recommend Deep Cover. It's one of those comedies that they threw on streaming, and a lot of people didn't get to check it out. But it got a little bit of hype. And then my last one, and we both can talk about this because this movie was wild, and I watched it because of everybody was watching it. Yeah. Unknown Number, the high school catfish. This is about
jail.
18. He said, "Where can I see Deep Cover?" Prime Video. This is about an 18-month saga where this girl on the cover was getting harassed digitally on her phone through text and other things for so long. And the cops locally were trying to figure it out. Everybody was trying to figure out what was going on. And it didn't really get figured out until the FBI came through. And I don't want to spoil it just in case you haven't seen it. But this is a wild ride. I did not expect who the person that was bullying her.
I didn't expect it either.
A lot of people said, "Oh, I saw it coming." I didn't see that shit coming. You guys are better than me.
So I have a two-part question for you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not a two-part question. Well, actually, no. I do. I'm sorry. I do have a two-part question. One, what's the craziest documentary that you've ever seen?
That's kind of hard because I don't really watch documentaries like that. So this might be it.
Okay. So I would recommend for you Abducted in Plain Sight.
Okay.
Within the first 5 minutes, you'll be like, "What just happened?" And it doesn't get any better from there. Two, you rank your documentaries on Letterboxd, and the reason why I ask you that is because sometimes I see TV shows pop up on there.
Yeah,
I'm like, "What are you doing here?" I don't rank TV shows.
Yeah, I don't know why they have that. I almost
feel the same way for documentaries. It's like you're not a movie, so I don't know what to do with you.
Documentaries are movies. It's just a type of movie.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. There's an Oscar for it. So it's a
There's an
movie
Oscar for songs. Songs aren't movies either.
from the movies. They're not rewarding songs just because Beyonce dropped "Love on Top." It's like, yo, this is the most fire song of the year.
First of all, that was a checkmate. I got you. Second of
Definitely
all,
not.
yeah,
I was like, what's going on here?
but no, yeah. So that's interesting because when I saw that you had it on your letterbox, I was like, first of all, I didn't even know it was on here. And secondly, I was like, oh, I'd never thought to do that. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, unknown number is absolutely insane.
Wild.
Um,
Colleen said, I would have lived my whole life without trauma unknown number gave me.
yo, for
Yeah.
real, seriously, that
Bruh, Kenny,
yeah.
when I tell you I was in my room on my bed in the dark watching this movie and just like this, like it was too late in the morning for me to make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2 a.m. by the time I was up to the part where they revealed who did it. And then I was like, you guys are all asleep because I was typing in that group chat and nobody was responding. So I was like, everybody's asleep right now.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking out because I'm like, they revealed it. I'm like, what? And then it was like 30 more minutes. And I'm like, are you serious right now?
Definitely was. Yo, so I'm watching it with my wife, and it's an hour and a half. It's about 90 minutes. It took us 3 hours to get through it. We were like, because even like the text messages we were seeing was like, we were like, ew, what are you, not to the teenagers?
Yeah.
And then when you think about who was sending those, oh my God. But yeah, it's crazy. I want to bring attention to some of the questions that we had in the chat before we move on to me. So I love this question. If you could safely hot air balloon over the events of any movie, which one would you choose?
Oh, that's
now,
fun.
Here's the thing. I'm going to go first because I don't want you to take mine. Now, keep in mind, it says safely hot air balloon. I need to be at that end game final battle.
Fuck.
See, I didn't want you to take mine.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I want to see all the stuff. Spider-Man flying on the drone with the Infinity Gauntlet in his hand on the Pegasus. Like, I want to see all that. So, what other movie would you like to see? Because you can't choose mine.
Use a son of a bitch for that. What would I like to safely hot air balloon over? You know what? The first Avengers. I would love to see from the over top them forming for the first time. That spin shot from the top. I would love to see the first Avengers over the top, or Zack Snyder's Justice League. I would love to do that too.
Man, you're gonna spend a lot of time up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring some snacks and have a pee bottle.
Yeah. Because I wonder, like, in real time, how long each one of those battles actually was. Because it seems like the Avengers battle, I mean, obviously because we're watching it in the time of the movie, it feels like it was like 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how long it actually was. How long?
I'm pretty sure it was way longer.
Yeah, because
they was out there fighting.
Yeah. Same thing with the Avengers. Like, it feels like it was like a 40-minute sequence, but it was a lot going on. It was a lot happening. Yeah, that's a great question. Second thing I want to say is this is the reason why nobody's reviewing the threesome, because if this is your title, how do you
gotta say I didn't enjoy the threesome movie. Well, right. That's not even better.
That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help.
Is anybody reviewing this movie? I'm gonna look it up right now that you said that.
Yeah, because I'm curious how that algorithm is going.
The threesome review. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Did you answer where can I see deep cover?
Yes, Prime Video.
Okay.
Yeah, people reviewed it. The threesome is not a rom-com. The threesome made us giggle. Does the threesome actually work as a love story? Okay, they figured it out.
Okay, yeah, they worked it around. They're more mature than I am. Have you seen Deep Cover, Lawrence Fishburne? I haven't, but that sounds like an awesome title with those two actors. Definitely want to see it. So we're going to hop around a little bit because we do want to get to some of our other topics. Let's see.
I see. He was looking for some nasty. That's why he didn't like the movie.
I texted and called way too many people after watching that documentary. I was shook. I was shooketh. Yeah, we did the same. Me and my wife did the same. We basically talked to everybody about it. We were
Yeah.
in the chiropractor office and we were talking to some lady about it. She's like, I don't even care. Tell me who did it. And the funny thing is, and I won't say it here. And the funny thing is, when we were explaining to her who actually did it, it actually doesn't. I'm not saying look for spoilers, but it actually makes it more interesting if you know who actually did do it. Because as you're watching the documentary, it's even more of like, how could they do that? Like, that's crazy. Like, if you go through it with the knowledge of who did it and you see all the things that are happening, it's like, wow. But still, the mystery of it is actually enjoyable too. So you don't
Yeah.
necessarily look for spoilers. Sorry, I'm just moving through some of the. Should there be a new Gandhi movie? I personally don't have an opinion on that. Yes or no, but I mean, why not?
I'm cool on Gandhi. He didn't really like black people, so I'm cool
Yeah,
on him.
he ain't like us at all. For being called the three, I gotta talk. For being called the threesome, it was way too talking, not enough making. That's hilarious. And lastly, it was a mystery Monday movie. People were walking out because it was sexing at the beginning. Gotcha. So my last four watched. You got the controls, and I'm a real nigga. So these are my last four movies watched. I actually got a chance to watch Batman '89 and Batman Returns in the theater.
Nice.
I want to say the beginning of this month. No, actually, it was literally like September 1st. And man, I watching the first and second movie back to back showed me a lot of different things. First of all, it looked gorgeous on the screen. I watched it in Dolby, like in AMC. It just looked amazing.
It holds up.
Really holds up, like really well. There's a few things I just want to mention. Quick little nuggets.
Is this the hot take you were telling me
Yeah.
before we started? Okay, I'm excited for this.
Jack Nicholson's a better Joker than Heath Ledger. Batman be killing a lot of niggas, like a lot of people. Also, there's a lot of this has nothing to do with the niggas comment. There's a lot of black people in the first Batman movie, like a lot. No, like as extras, as people who are in roles. Like it's like when you watch enough movies, you kind of notice the lack of black people, especially in movies with like that are like heavily populated areas, like New York. I'm actually wearing a Central Perk hat from like the show Friends, a show I never watched, but I like this hat. There's no black people in that show ever in New York City.
That's not.
Yeah,
There's black people in the show.
there's like a little drop, little speck. But yeah, so D'Angelo. But yeah, so that's my dog. Yeah, those
Batman and Batman Returns.
Batman and the differences between Batman and Batman Returns. Batman, both directed by Tim Burton.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Burton did a masterful job of the first Batman movie. He did a really strange job of the second movie, and it really felt like Batman Returns. Tim Burton was like, I made your movie. Now I'm going to make my movie.
Yep.
It feels like all of his other movies, as opposed to the restraint that he had in the first Batman movie. And it's a really interesting conversation about having an editor, having people be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do all of this. Not that Batman Returns is bad, because I actually like Batman Returns, but it's not nearly as good as the first one. Also, like I said about the first movie, Batman be killing a lot of niggas. He set someone on fire and walked away. Like it was, and they didn't fall into like a vat of water or anything like that. They just burned to death. It happened. There's a lot of sexual innuendo in the second one, and it's not just Catwoman. It's Penguin too. It's everybody. It's heavy-handed. It's like he got the leather and the dominatrix and the weird nigga and shaped like a penguin. He said, I'm going all out. Also, fun fact, Bruce Wayne Batman doesn't show up for like the first 20 minutes of the movie. Like he's not even there. It's all set up, which isn't a bad thing, but it's an interesting thing, right? He
Yeah.
actually cares more about the villains. You could tell he's more interested in the villains in the second one than he is ever interested in Bruce Wayne, because you never explore anything deeper with Bruce Wayne. You mostly explore everything with Penguin and
Catwoman.
So anyway, I really enjoyed my time seeing those in the theater. Dangerous Animals, I thought was a shark movie. And by the poster, you can kind of assume.
Technically still is.
Yeah, it is, but just not in the way that I thought. And it's
Yeah.
actually really good. I actually really enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised, especially by the performance of Jack Courtney. He goes really zany. And then, like, some things, the conclusion is a sequence of convenience. Let's just say that. Because it's like he's got them dead to rights. And there's no reason why they should get out of this. But they're like, hey, can't have the good guys die. So there's that. Annabelle.
The pause.
Garbaggio.
Oof.
Awful. Terrible. At first I was like, it's all right. And then I thought about it. Then the more I thought about it, the more I hated the decision that, you know how most horror movies, when you have the main family who's being haunted or disturbed, like if they find out that they have to like make a sacrifice or someone has to die, or it's like kind of like a thing, like a referendum on that family and the consequences that they're enduring and things of that nature. That family becomes like the subject of the pain and the suffering and all the other stuff and how they have to overcome. And sometimes people tragically pass away in order for the story to conclude or what have you, right? They set that up and then brought in a black woman and killed her off to save the white family. And I was just kind of like, what are we doing? She had nothing to do with the story. Like when you think back on it, she had no reason to be there other than to die so that family, that nuclear nice family, could live. And it was just kind of like, hey man, what we doing? So yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If the lady was any other different ethnicity or race, would it have bothered you as much?
Probably not, because I love my people and I'm tired of my people being treated like fodder for, like, we're going to talk about the long walk soon. And what I'm happy didn't happen because it looked like it was happening. And I was like, hey, glad that didn't happen because that looked like it was about to be some bullshit. But yes, so magical Negroes were abound. But yeah, so yeah, man, those are my last four. Pretty solid. Pretty solid.
Yeah, pretty solid week. That's a really good for me. Those are. I think Sacramento was like a 3.5 stars. Ojai ended up being a 4. So I Deep Cover was a 3. So I had a good time. None of those movies I thought were bad.
Yeah.
Let's see. Overall's too talky and no real interesting characters. For a title like that, you would expect more to occur. I don't agree. I thought the characters were really, really interesting. I actually love the characters and everything like that. But I understand if you expected like a sexually heavy film and it's only like sexually heavy for like 5 minutes, I get it.
That's an interesting observation because very recently another movie came out and people were like, yo, this is all sex. Like what's happening here? I think it was the one with Margaret Qualley and Chris Evans.
Oh, Honey Don't.
Honey Don't. People were like, there's so much sex in this. It's like, where's the story?
Where's the story?
I didn't see it, but that was the prevailing complaint that I heard about the movie.
Yeah, I think it's available for rental, so I'm definitely going to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like Margaret Qualley and Aubrey Plaza and whatnot. Tava, welcome to the live stream. Said I love Demon Slayer. It's awesome. We're gonna be talking about
it.
And Ager said Jack Coates and Batman is great. Yes, they are.
Let me just say, as a preview for a video I'm never going to do, the reason why I love Jack's Batman so much is because it's exactly what I recall of the Joker in the animated series, which obviously came out after that. It's I almost want to say like Joker in the animated series really took a lot from that Joker in the movie, but obviously it was Jack Nicholson taking that from the comic book, so it's not like like it's there, but a lot, and he does a lot of Joker stuff
Yeah, he
that you
does.
don't like. You see some Joker stuff from Heath's version, which is also great in the context that it's in. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just great in the context that it's in. But
yeah.
I hate to be this guy. The traditional view of the Joker, Jack, is much more in line with that, and I enjoy that version of the Joker more, which is why I think it's better. Yeah. So I'm never going to do that video, but yeah, there's your preview of it.
You
Um,
definitely should.
nah, I'm not good enough to do that. So let's move on to what are we?
Lies, lies upon lies. But let's transition
Yeah, let's transition.
into the long walk spoiler talk.
Are we doing the long walk first?
Yeah, I was gonna save Demon Slayer for last. It's the main
Okay.
event. That's the hype show. You know what I
All
mean?
right, all right, all right. We walking.
Yeah.
Walking. I probably shouldn't sing because we might get copyrighted. But yeah,
So the long walk. Stephen King's first novel he ever wrote, not his first published one. It was an allegory for how he felt about basically kids going to the Vietnam War and not realizing like what they're getting into. And I think that Francis Lawrence took it and kind of updated it in a way where it felt like it was talking about kind of like what we go through life right now, right?
mhm,
All these trial and tribulations and running forward, trying to get to this goal that they keep saying that you're supposed to get to, and you don't really know what's there and who you're gonna have to sacrifice to get there, right?
yeah,
Especially for us in the Black community, a lot of that happens, right? There's a lot of conversation about you're gonna have to lead some of these people to get to the top. But what are you sacrificing to do that? Is it family? Is it your friends? Is it humanity? And I think the movie did a really good job of doing that without saying it for the most part. Obviously, there's some outwardly like stuff that they talk about within the movie. But I think what worked really well for me for this film was I was really engaged in what I thought was going to be something that was like, how are they going to hold this together as niggas walking? And what they did really well for me is that they made me like the characters. So I wanted to see them interact with each other. I wanted to see who would survive. Once they did the Three Musketeers or Four Musketeers thing, I was locked in. I think that Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson are the MVPs of the movie, especially David Johnson. He was fantastic once again. This is his third or fourth time in a row where he nails it, and I'm pretty sure you agree with me. When it
oh
comes to
yeah,
David Johnson.
he's pretty good in this movie.
He's pretty good in this movie. Cooper Hoffman, I've seen him a few things. I think this is his best performance that he's had. And Mark Hamill is hamming it up as the
He's jamming.
general. He's hamming it up as the general. And I like some of the side characters in the film. I think everyone that was in the film did a good job. I think one of my negatives was the accents. I think sometimes I couldn't understand everything they were saying. I get that you wanted to be as authentic as possible, but I am watching a movie. Unless that's the point of the film, because sometimes there's a point in the film where they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to understand because you're watching the lived experience," but that's not the point of this film. So I felt that was a little weird. And I think we talked about it. I think maybe some of them just didn't have good accents, so they were trying really hard, and sometimes you couldn't understand what they were saying.
Yeah,
But I was fully engaged in the movie throughout. I think that the movie did something really smart where it gets you into this mode of it feels like a road trip film with some people getting along, and then you hear morning, and you're like, oh, I forgot. I'm watching a survival film. This ain't a trip. They're in for something crazy. And so when people the first kid got killed, that was brutal, right? And that's why I have it on the cover. That's why I talk about it in my non-spoiler review. When the first kid gets shot, because they introduce it in the beginning of the movie as this is a young guy. Like even one of them was
yeah,
like, I bet you're not even over 16. I don't know
yeah,
why you're. So for him to cramp up and them try to save him, and then he just couldn't make it, and then for him to get shot straight in the head and for them to show it like that, I haven't seen a
yeah.
non-horror film show gore like that in a long time.
Mhm.
So I thought that was really interesting. And as people started getting picked off, because the way the film was, you knew who was going to get picked off after a certain while. You knew who would survive, who would not, or at least towards the end. But as the way some of them got picked off was really interesting, and some of the emotional aspects that they did there, I really, really liked. I think other than the accents, I think my other negative is kind of, I didn't hate the ending, but I thought it was kind of like, that's it. That's kind of how I felt with the ending. I wanted to see a little bit more. I talked about world building in my review. I had so many questions about why this was happening.
Yeah.
Like the Hunger Games, you get a lot of that, right? You know why this. You know why the Hunger Games exists. You know why it's like that. People talk about it, right? And I really, and this is the same director, so I felt like he would have added a little. I get that he wanted to be focused. He didn't want the movie to be too long, but I would have liked some of the conversation that they had to be about that, because it's like, okay, why is it only young men? Why is there no women? And I can kind of get why they probably wouldn't want women, but why? Why did they choose to do that? Are they reverting back to old school times where women stay at the house, men go and hunt, and stuff like that? Just little things like that. That's some of the negatives that I had. But overall, I really like the film.
I don't like this movie. And it's not. It's for a lot of reasons. I don't like this film. It's all right. So let me count the ways. For me, in my experience, I felt as though what your negative was about the world building was a big part of why I didn't like this movie. After a while, the kills felt repetitive, right? And even though, like, you could say, well, he died because he was crapping on himself, and he died because he cramped, and he died because he broke his ankle, which is brutal. Like,
Yeah.
all this other stuff. They all just got shot, right? And I know that's like the mechanism of it, but it started to feel mundane. And at a certain point in the movie, and it didn't take long for me to feel this way. I was just kind of like, oh, I'm just waiting around for kids to get shot. Like, I didn't feel connected to the kids either. I do not care. I don't care. And part of the reason why I don't care is because I don't believe these kids, right? A big reason is because of what you mentioned with the accents. The accents took me out of it. They're trying to do this down south New Orleans accent, and granted, I'm not from New Orleans, but it sounded awful. And I was spending a lot of time like trying to hear through the accent and like try to ignore it. But if you're doing a bad accent, sometimes it's really hard to ignore. And I know a lot of people are praising David Johnson. His accent was bad to me. And because of that,
I don't agree with that, but okay.
Because of that, I was taken out of it. Now, David Johnson's amazing. Like, he's in Alien Romulus, and he can arguably be argued as the best part of that movie. Like, his everything in that changes that or improves that movie, right?
And he has range, because his character from Romulus and character here completely different.
Yeah, they are. Less robotic. He's given full body character. But I think some of the things that really bothered me is, I think some of the things that would have improved this movie is what you're talking about when you talk about the world building. And there's a lot of talk no jutsu. Like, there's a lot of talk about where these kids came from. It's funny. Well, what we're going to talk about in Demon Slayer, but especially about the last hour of Demon Slayer, is exactly what would have improved this movie. If I would have seen some of the flashbacks, seen some of the places that these kids came from, seen some of the,
we only get one flashback.
Right.
It's only one character,
only one flashback, and I was like, oh, now I care about what your mission is.
Yeah.
When did that happen in the movie? All not damn near close to the end of the movie.
It was like the end of the second act going into the third act.
Yeah. So it was like, okay, that's an interesting reveal. Like, and I get that, but we have a whole slew of characters that you want me to care about. Book boy who's like, I'm just here to write a book. It's like,
Yeah, I liked him. I was sad when he went.
but for me, I didn't care
Mm.
because they showed him, oh, I want to write a book. Basically, never focused on him again. Right? That was it. That's all we
Yeah,
got.
there's little details they could have used with him about like what was going on and
Why
how
is he
they.
going to write a book? How
Yeah,
did he get there? How did he make the decision to do that? Who told him not to go? Who said, hey, I know you want to write this book, but what's the point? Why do you care so much to write a book that you would actually risk your life? Because you know, if you don't make it to the end, you die. Now, of course, you could say, oh, like you get the prize and you're doing it for your state. Like they never really told us, at least I didn't hear like what the state wins because of it, or if the state does win anything. Because I know in the Hunger Games, if you win the Hunger Games, your section wins, like gets like you get to live in royalty in your section, and it actually brings food to your section and stuff like
so
that.
yeah, it was money and resources to your state, and then you get a wish for a personal wish.
Gotcha. Yeah. So they did explain that. My
Yeah.
bad. But with that, I'm kind of like, okay, but why would you volunteer? Here's the thing that really kind of gets me, especially. So let's keep taking a look at Book Boy. Not exactly the most physically impressive person,
No.
right? Clearly, there are other people who are bigger, stronger, faster than you. What makes you think you're lasting to the end of this, right? But hear me out. I want to know what makes him think that he can last to the end of this, because it looks like you look irresponsible. You look foolish if you're someone of his build. You know what I mean? With carrying a big ass backpack, who's going to be walking for 220 miles or 300 miles, right?
Yeah, he
For
walked 500
4
miles.
days. You don't look like the type of person who's going to make that. You know who does look like the type of people who are going to make that? The people who did make it to the end, right? So it's kind of like, what are we doing here? Here's the other part that when I talk about the variety of death, I'm sitting here, I'm legitimately sitting here thinking, and similar to Hunger Games. Oh, we're all here, we're all friends and stuff like that. We're trying to win because if you don't win, you die.
Yeah.
Why aren't you trying to kill these other people, other kids? Why aren't you trying to take these other people out? Right? We're all with the
You
Musketeers.
weren't allowed to.
Is that true? Because
Yeah. When
the one kid certainly calls the other one. Like you would think, like in such
yeah, but when they shove each other, they get a warning.
yeah, when they
You're
showed
not
each
allowed
other,
to
they get a
interfere.
warning, but there wasn't enough underhandedness. There's like one underhandedness, and the kid was like, "Oh, stop saying that I killed him. I did." It's
I
like,
agree with you on that. And like in my
yeah,
review, I talked about how, for me, I think the big difference here, I cared about them, you didn't, and that's the big reason. Like if you don't care about them, you're not gonna like this movie.
right.
So it makes sense. I think my big thing, and I can agree with you, is like I love the Musketeer thing. I love the brotherhood. I love the whole like we're going through this, but we the moments matter in life.
Hmm.
Yes, we have to get to an end goal, but we need to cherish these moments.
Yeah.
What I needed was someone to disrupt more, and they had a character that seemed like they were going to disrupt more. They had a character that said that he was going to do something and
Yep.
then didn't do it, and that was
Never
one of
did it.
my major issues with the film because I was just like, why would you tease that? It felt like they had it in the movie and they had to cut it because maybe the thing that he does, audience reaction was bad. It feels like one of those things where you take it out because of testing.
Hmm.
But they should have maybe cut that scene where he said that.
Yeah.
Um, his performance was really good though, but I just feel like they could have did more with some of the side pieces outside the Musketeers
Yeah.
to be antagonistic in ways to each other.
Yeah. Because all of those, not all of them, that's incorrect. The other kids had the potential to make this movie more important. So when it boils down to is the characters weren't nearly as engaging to me. The variety of the movie felt one note after a while, and for the most part, the ending. I was
Before we get to
happy.
the ending, let's discuss the ending. But I want to get to Sean's
Yeah.
two things he said because he agreed with you, and then
Hmm.
we'll go into the ending.
Okay.
First of all, welcome back to the live stream, Sean. Thank you for
Hey,
joining.
Swan. Good seeing
He
you.
said, agree with Kenny. I didn't care. I felt surface emotions and moments. I knew I should get very emotional, where I just felt that sucks. Great ideas with sort of flat execution, which kind of sums up of how you feel with
Yeah,
less details of what you were like explaining why. I don't think he thinks he can last till the end. I think it's highlighting that it's a lose-lose situation. The state of the world is so bad. There's nothing to lose. At least that's the vibe I got.
yeah,
Yeah, because they talked a lot about how there's like some of them haven't eaten in a while, how like there's like nothing really where they are. So I could kind of
mhm.
see that.
Yeah. I think that's a valid point. I do think that that does also highlight the other point of in the beginning of the movie they kind of talk about how nobody signs up for this.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that everybody's signing up for this? It's kind of never explored after that. Like,
Yeah.
because my question is, okay, so did y'all sign up for this? Like, if you're saying that nobody signs up for this and you're all here, did y'all just not? Were you drafted into this? Because it sounds like y'all signed up for this. So
I think the
where
point of
does that
that
go? Because you're giving me two different things, and
I think
not
the point of that
making me
statement was not the details that you're saying there. I think they're saying that the way they set the world up, you think that you're choosing to do this, but you have to do this because you don't have resources to live otherwise. I think that was kind of what the point they were saying.
Mhm.
That being said, I still think this is one of Stephen King's best adaptations. Hope y'all are having a good night in stream. We are, and I
Yeah, man.
appreciate that.
And happy to have you in here, bro.
Yeah, I haven't
Um,
seen a lot of his movies, so I can't even rank it that high or rank them at all.
yeah. I would have to Google to see because a lot of times I'll watch a movie and find
You
out
don't even
after
know.
the fact. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't put his name on everything that they're adapting. He has a lot of shit though. I ain't gonna lie. Like he
Yeah.
has 65 movies have been adapted from him already. Like Carrie, you know Carrie, you've seen Carrie.
Yeah. Yeah. The first
Stand by
character,
Me.
first character
You
was
know,
good. Wow,
Gerald's
Ryan.
Game, Misery, Shawshank Redemption. Like he has a lot of hits. So it's The Shining. That's he has a lot of like all time movies.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now at
Yeah,
this list.
The Life of Chuck was also another adaptation that came out this year.
Yeah, I'm hearing mixed things about that.
I
Um,
liked it, but I don't think it's as great as people said it was.
okay.
The Green Mile I heard was great. The Monkey we both kind of like on.
The Shining
Uh,
is fantastic.
yeah.
Um,
Doctor Sleep I heard was great. I haven't seen it. So yeah, he has a lot of The Running Man. He has a lot of like.
I heard Doctor Sleep was great too.
I heard Doctor Sleep was great.
I didn't know he was part of the Running Man. No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Um,
So
the
he probably wrote it. He wrote.
sourcing, yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, of
Probably doesn't hold up if I would go back and watch it, but
course.
I remember it being a lot of fun. But with that being said, man,
Let's talk about this ending.
let's talk about the ending. So, uh, I was happy and not happy at the same time. Right?
Okay.
So by the end, the two characters I actually do care about are the last two characters.
Yeah,
Uh,
as expected.
yeah. So my issue. So no, I'm sorry. Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking that David Johnson was going to give himself up so that the other kid could
That's how they
live.
set it up. Yeah.
That's definitely how they set it up, which also made me think that they weren't going to do that. But for a second, they did a good job of making you think that they were going to do that,
Yeah.
and then swerved you.
That scene was really good.
Yeah, it was. Hold on, let me. Yeah, so that particular part of the scene was really good. And then I kind of felt this sadness about the main character catching a bullet. I was like, damn, that sucks
Yeah, me too.
because the one person he caught a bullet from was the person he was trying to kill, Mark Hamill's character,
Same
and I
guy
was
that
like,
killed his father. Yeah.
it felt.
Felt mean.
It felt mean. It did feel mean because he got all the way to the end, and Mark Hamill, because in all the other situations it was somebody else, right? It's one of the side soldiers, but here it was Mark Hamill who killed him, and it was kind of like, damn, that's a gut punch, which it was done well, right?
Yeah.
If you're looking for that, but at that time I was kind of like, nah. So I like that they didn't do the magical Negro thing because they were leaning into that. They were leaning
He
hard.
was helping him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, he was doing the inspirational thing. I was like, come on, buddy, keep walking. We all gonna make it. At the end, I'm gonna sit down and let somebody else. I was like, you better not. Because I feel like there's this, well, the magical Negro thing. Like, despite the fact that this character has thoughts, feelings, dreams, and things that they want to accomplish, they give it up almost unceremoniously for the white character in the film, and it just becomes kind of like, man, what the fuck? When it's like, no, you also had these things. So when that role was reversed, I felt relief. But then I kind of felt after that, like he gets the gun from the guy as his wish. He shoots Mark Hamill, and he walks into the darkness
Yeah.
and leaves me hanging. I'm like, wait, no, they didn't shoot him. Like that was my first thought. Like it's not. I don't want him to die, but you would
But you
think the
expect
natural
it.
consequences of shooting the general in front of everybody.
Yeah, on
He
TV.
gets shot. So, but he just walks into the rain.
Yeah.
What? You know what I mean? And that's kind of like when it ended on that note, it kind of felt like all the things that you were saying about how there's consequences in this world, this brutality is it's impossible to survive, such and such and such. It almost feels like you spit in his face because you give it this Hollywood ending where he gets to shoot the guy and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you really wanted to make an impact, you kill him too. Right? And then you're like, damn, that shit sucks. I guess we're heading towards a world as the warning that Stephen King is trying to give us, where capitalism is so bad that kids feel like they have to walk long miles and each die in order just to feed their family. But then he kills the general at the end and walks away scot free. Now I almost felt like maybe it's a dream sequence. I almost felt like that was a possibility because the colors changed and everything like that. And you maybe feel like it was euphoric and not even euphoric, like it was his way of transitioning out and but
I think
it wasn't. Like he just
I
walked
think
away.
the ending was more metaphorical than literal. I think that they made a whole big point, especially with Cooper Hoffman character talking to him about how he sees the light, he's the light, he brings the light out of different things. The reason why Cooper Hoffman chose him is because you have that light, and he's one of those positive people that we have in this world that you
Yeah,
push to the brink, and you push them so hard that they chose the choice that they shouldn't choose, which is kill the general, when he could have got the money and got the wish and changed things for a lot of people. But he
right.
was so broken at the point that you killed this guy that he accepted as his brother, that he kills him, that light is gone, and he walks off into the darkness. I think that was the metaphor that they had, but it was not satisfying enough. I got what you were doing,
Right.
but he did shoot this dude. Is it because the wish is for the gun? The wish is not to kill him.
Right.
So he got the gun, he killed him. What are you gonna do about it? So I get that point too.
Yeah. Because part of it that feels magical Negro ish. You know what I mean? Now that I think about it, the way that we're talking about and describing it, it almost feels like you threw away all your stuff for the revenge of someone else when you could have fed all these other people. Right? It's giving like I must avenge my friend, my white friend, in order, but I'm giving up all this other stuff to feed my community. Like it's difficult. Um,
I feel like it's more like, yeah, you have the opportunity to. I don't see it as a race thing. I see it as you have the opportunity to do good for your community, but the world beat you down so much, took away something that you care about, that you lose it all. And I think that is where it kind of is going, because there's a lot of people that strive and get to a certain point. A lot of people who shoot up schools, and we know that's a big thing that's going on in America, or
yep,
maybe even commit unalive themselves and different things. And then you hear about their backstory. They were honors. They were this. They did this, and they had all this bright future. But the world beat them down so much that they didn't get to give that gift to everybody else. I
yeah,
think that's kind of where the movie was heading towards, in terms of that. But I think, like you said, I think the ending could have just been executed a little better.
yeah,
Like jail him, shoot him, something. Like it's weird that he just got to walk away.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, so the movie didn't work for me for the reasons I explained. It
Yeah.
worked for a lot. It works for a lot of people, which I'm
Worked for me
happy.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
always happy when people enjoy themselves at the movies. No one has to feel the way I feel about a film. It's weird when people do that. But yeah, this was a miss for me, and an unfortunate miss because I would love to enjoy it as much as other people and be like, yeah, don't we all love this? Yeah, but I can't. I can't. So, but we do get to talk about a movie that we do. Yeah,
Wait, let's
don't
give
we
your
all
final
love
rating.
this?
Your final spoiler rating. Is it a IMAX full price, streaming, or a pass for you?
Stream it.
Stream it.
Stream
It's a I feel like it's a full price / matinee. I think depending on who you are, as you can see, two very different opinions here. I cared about the characters, so I enjoyed the movie a lot, and I liked the themes that it was going for. He didn't connect with the characters, and you might end up like that as well. So I think it's worth the full price because it's a great looking movie as well. It's one of the best looking movies, with the cinematography and everything. But also, I will say see it on a Tuesday where you get cheaper tickets. So just in case
Yeah.
you don't end up enjoying it, you ain't paid $20 for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is our spoiler talk review for The Long Walk, Stephen King's new book that's being adapted, directed by Francis Lloyd, written by the guy who wrote Strange Darling. Really talented cast, crew, and everything like that. I thought the movie was great. Kenny thought the movie was bad. And that's totally fine. That's why we love talking about films. And I gotta say, this is one of our best spoiler talks that we've had.
Yeah.
And we're gonna move on to a movie that I think we both can agree is great, and that is Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I'm super excited to talk to you about this movie. I saw it on Saturday night. When did you see it?
I saw it on Thursday night. Thursday night it dropped.
Thursday night it dropped. Yes, 2 hours of 48 minutes of nonstop, well, almost nonstop action and spectacle and character moments and just so much happening. I went first for Long Walk. You talk about Demon Slayer.
Well, I'm glad that you let me go first because I got some shit to say. I'm glad that I saw this on Thursday at 4 p.m. Because y'all niggas on the internet don't care.
Oh, somebody spoiled it after?
Somebody.
Who's
The entire Demon Slayer fandom is out there on the threads. Zenitsu, Akusa, it was like, wow, y'all niggas don't care.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Endgame and Infinity War. People
Yeah,
just start crazy.
it was crazy. Like, it's crazy out there. Like, it's crazy when I've seen a movie. I know all the spoilers because I've seen it, and I'm still mad that y'all are out here spoiling it, even though I've seen it, because I hate when other people ruin other people's experiences by just being irresponsible. And the funny thing about Threads in particular is that they gave niggas a spoiler feature,
And they're still not using it.
Everything but spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what, guys? I'm eating and then it'll have the spoiler thing, hot dog. It look like, nigga, use it for spoilers. like it's intended to be used. But yo, I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah.
Love this movie. It highlights all the things I love about Demon Slayer. But it does something in particular in this particular movie that I found to be a welcome. I don't even want to say change, but I've watched a lot of anime movies where all they do is recap what happened before in future seasons. Like, they'll spend the first part of that recapping or something like that, or spend the first part building up. The way that season 4 ended, it ended on some, oh shit, what's going to happen next? And the thing I love about this movie is that it gave you the, oh shit, it's happening. Like, it doesn't wait at all. Like, as soon as the opening credits open, them niggas is falling through the Infinity Castle, and they fighting all the demons and stuff like that. And we should just actually go back and forth because I can filibuster. Like we can just ask. I don't care if you interrupt me. I don't care. Like we just go back and forth on this.
Yeah, I think that one thing I gotta say, one, I have a friend named Amila. Shout out to Amila because she supports the YouTube channel. She be telling me when I do good and stuff like that. Appreciate you. She just had a birthday, so everybody say happy birthday to Amila.
What up, Amelia?
And also her daughter's birthday just passed, so happy birthday to her too.
Happy birthday, daughter.
Word. She never seen Demon Slayer. She went because I believe it was her brother wanted to go. Yeah. And she was like, whatever, I'm going to go. I like hanging out with my brother. Let's go watch it. I've heard of it. I kind of have an understanding of what it's about, but she's never seen it. And she watched Infinity Castle. And I'm not even going to paraphrase. She WhatsApped me right after, like as soon as she got out of the theater, because I told her that I watched it. And if I could find WhatsApp, don't do this to me right now. She said, went to the movies with a friend and we caught it. Plan to see it tomorrow. I just left the theater as a non-fan. I truly enjoyed the film very much, and I may have not, or may have, cried more than once.
Yeah, because
this is from a Demon Slayer. She's never seen the show, and the movie was able to make her cry still. And that is the power of really good storytelling, because you can watch this movie, you're not going to understand all the ins and outs. You're not going to have, like, for me and you who've watched Demon Slayer, it's like, the ultimate.
Yeah.
But if you've never seen the movie, just go to the theater and watch it. It does such a good job of telling its story that you get invested in these characters. You understand. It's easy. Good guys, bad guys. Right. These guys look good. These guys look evil.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of that. And I remember watching the film. They start off showing you a scene that happens in season 4, but we never saw, giving a little bit more context to what's going on when they actually are in the Infinity Castle. Because the way season 4 ended and everybody dropped into the Infinity Castle, it felt like, oh, they're not prepared for this
at all.
And then they show, oh no, their leader knew this was going to happen and prepared things. Even having his only son, which I didn't know he had a son. We thought he only had daughters. He dressed up his only son as a woman so Muzan would not know and try to kill him. Because the son has to be the one that takes over. And then we see the son in the movie helping everyone. That's genius little details right there that made it like, okay, so they a slightly better chance than we expected.
Right.
But yeah, once everybody just starts dropping in and we actually get them into the Infinity Castle, how did you feel?
So one of the things so let me just highlight that. Like, I love the storytelling of this is what Demon Slayer does the best. Is their storytelling.
Yeah.
There is no other anime that I have personally seen that storytelling is this tight, right? There's barely ever any fat. You know what I mean? Like everything is meaningful.
Yeah.
I don't even think I don't even think they don't even have filler episodes. Like, it is what it is. I mean, some people might consider the training arc a filler episode, but it's not, because there's a lot of.
You have to see that for them for Infinity Castle to even make sense. For Tanjiro to be even doing what he's doing, we had to see the training.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I love the fact that and we'll talk. Let's get into. There's several different things I want to talk about when we talk about Shinobu.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer does a great job, and this is going to sound kind of callous, of letting you know that just because you like a character, it doesn't make sense for them to survive something. They're not going to survive it.
Yeah.
And as much as you may feel like, oh my God, please have a miracle at the end to save them. Like, I was convinced that she was going to
figure it out.
Find a way.
Or last long enough for someone to come help her. That was my idea.
Her last move, I'm like, oh, she did something. No, she didn't.
No.
Like, she died, and it's crazy because it's funny because very similar to The Long Walk. It's like Demon Slayer don't care about your sob story. They don't care. If you can't beat this person, you can't beat this
beat
person.
this person. And they
Right.
made a very good point of why, right?
Yeah.
Like this first of all, this demon that she fought was hilarious.
Yeah.
His backstory had me crying from
Yeah.
laughter because
Mhm.
he's just this terrible person, just smiling about it, all
Yep.
happy, and just like you look pretty tough, but blah blah blah. But his
Yeah.
backstory and how like he was praised like a god, and he was just like, "You guys are stupid. I'm a kid." That
Yeah.
shit had me laughing, and
Yep.
then I was so on board with his whole speech about existence that I was like, "Oh, finally, what I think about life on TV. This is cool." And then he started stroking Skull's hair. Oh, okay, I'm off the train now.
Right.
You lost me.
Yeah,
You
you got
lost
a
me.
little too far.
You are. I
Yeah.
can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm off your train. Go
Mhm.
die. And then he talked about Shinobu. He's like, she first brings it up like, I wish I was taller. Like that whole thing of like size and things like that. The fact
Yeah.
that she's smaller, so she found a way to poison them. But then
Yeah.
because these are upper moons, the poison is just not good enough.
Yeah.
I thought that was really genius.
Here,
Small detail there that makes it so good.
yeah, and here's the thing, because like I've watched every episode of this show.
Me too.
I have a terrible memory, right? So a lot of times characters will come up and I don't remember who they are.
Because
I don't-
sometimes it's one episode and then they disappear.
Yeah, because the thing for me was, and I'm not a manga reader. Oh, also, if there's any manga readers in the chat, please do not spoil anything for the future.
Please no.
Yeah, I will ban you from this whole thing. I will ban you.
Yeah.
Even if I like you as a friend, I'll see you in the Discord. I'll see you on the line, but you won't be coming back here. Don't spoil it. Anyway, so one of the things, because never mind, I can't do that because that's a little violent. Anyway, one of the things that I was really wondering is like, well, if you can't cut demons' heads off, what the hell are you doing here? You know what I mean? Because like that's the whole thing. Unless it's some like, because I'm actually asking you because I honestly don't know. Like,
Why are you there? Why are you there? What purpose do you serve?
Well, through the anime, I had a discussion about the movie about it because the problem with Shinobu is that she looks like a couple other people. So I was like, which one is this again?
yeah,
But my friend reminded me that she saved Tanjiro from a demon that was whooping his ass. Poison can kill demons. She's
Okay.
killed demons with poison. It's not only the head chop. You can
Okay.
poison them to death. But when they're higher level, they can adapt to the poison. And that's the problem. She's fought an upper moon, but she never fought someone that's high, right?
Yeah.
And you can see like when we get to 3 to 2, we get to Muzan, they are really hard. Like the rules that we had established, you cut their head off, they die. Go away. Once you get it's like simple stuff. It's like
You've
with
seen
like
that a
Attack on
couple
Titan.
times.
When you watch Attack on Titan, you cut their nape, they're done.
Yeah.
You know, and that's consistent throughout the Attack on Titan. But with Demon Slayer, it's like, oh no. Like once they train to a certain point,
Right.
you're assed out. So
It's almost like Jujutsu Kaisen. It's like, I got you. It's like, but you don't because you didn't do the math on this. It's like, nigga.
yeah. He was like the worst person to run into him.
Yeah.
Because they were very similar in terms of like he poisoned her. You know?
Right.
He infected her lungs. It made it harder for the move because she was doing really well until she breathed into the ice and the blood art, and she didn't know what his powers were, so she kind of went in blind. And they did a good job of setting the motivation of why she just went off the beaten path to go find him, because I didn't know about her sister. So when they showed that this thing killed her sister and then she ran into it,
Was that something brand new?
I feel like they probably mentioned it.
Because like I said, like I've seen every episode. Probably remember 20% of this show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It takes so long for seasons to come out and everything. Yeah. So by the time, and then when certain characters like her who pop in and out every season, you're not gonna remember them that much.
Let me tell you something. Outside of Tanjiro and Akaza and Zenitsu,
You don't know the boar guy?
And Nezuko. Hold on. One second. I'm trying to hold on. Inosuke. Yes, Inosuke.
Inosuke, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And Muzan. I don't know nobody's name. Like if it's not them, I really don't know your name unless someone kind of mentions you with a picture next to you. Like Rengoku. But that's because I'm looking at him. Because if you ask me, oh Rengoku, I was like, which one is that? Like it's difficult for me to remember some of these niggas' names. Especially the Hashira. Like I don't know none of them.
You don't know none of them. Yeah, I don't really know any of them other than names. Tengen, I think I know because he's a sound one and he had an amazing fight in last season.
Is that the blind nigga?
No, that's the one that got his hand chopped off. He got stabbed in the face.
Oh my guy with the wives.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. He looks like he would have multiple wives. But the fight was really, really strong. It was really, really good. I think one thing that Demon Slayer did really well was make the film feel so cinematic. Yeah. Because their fight in animation has always been great, but they stepped it up for this movie. And I see why it's going to be a 2-year wait in between each part, because I know it takes forever to animate this.
Because the one thing about this show is that you could tell they spent that money.
Yeah.
Every season looks great.
Yeah.
There's never been a time where I'm like, oh no, this looks good.
Yeah.
It only looks better as it goes on.
Yeah. It just keeps each fight keeps getting better and better. That's that in season 4, I believe, when Nezuko turned human, or not human, or like survived the sun.
Yeah.
That whole sequence looked amazing. And it was like sometimes the animation has like not a flat look. I don't know what the word is. It's like a basic Demon Slayer look, and then you can tell when they upgrade it for the fight.
Yep.
Like when you get this movie is the upgrade from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It's that high level animation for 2 hours and 48 minutes.
It's got this gloss to it that's just like premium Demon Slayer kill niggas. Yeah, like it looks great.
The expressions of the character faces. The fact that this movie only cost $20 million is insane to me.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And it's made $368 million.
You love to hear
so like Pixar and other places, what are y'all doing? You know what I mean? Like, why does these movies cost $150 million if they can do this for
like a third of the cost?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that like it might be union stuff and other stuff because I know other countries, their actors be getting work to the nail, but you know what I mean, the bone. But yeah, but her dying, like after going on this amazing streak, how did you feel about that?
I was still like, you know, it's funny. I'm still holding out hope. I was still holding out hope, like at the end of the movie, because like I saw her like in his organs or something like that.
Absorbed didn't fully,
huh? She was in there, but it looked like she was looking around at like things to cut. Like, did I miss that? Like, or was I tripping? Because I know I saw her swimming around in them organs. So
she was not swimming around them organs. She dead, bruh. He squeezed the life out of that hoe. Oh, well, not hoe. Sorry, Shinobu.
Have some respect.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's true. Her bones are broken. But it looked like she was wasn't she in there?
She got sucked inside of his full body.
Right.
And now he's fighting the other girl who has no chance. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah,
I would have went in. Well, I get it. Like it's your homegirl. Yeah. So you just saw her get killed. You gonna if you're a Demon Slayer, you just know your life is at risk. So
true. We comments. Oh yeah, we got comments. But yeah,
let's get the comments real quick.
Yeah, let's get into the comments.
Tank, the leader of the Spoiler Kings, just got here. I know I'm late. I love the long walk. The importance of having a group of people to pick you up and keep you going. That's basically the main part of the movie, and then getting that crushed. Love Demon Slayer 2 peak anime visuals, cinema. You saw the meme I put as soon as I got out. The meme I put, absolute cinema.
I knew you were going to love this movie, and I was so happy that you did.
So good. Sully says, I haven't seen a second of any Demon Slayer, so don't want any spoilers. Just stop it in the chat to support and say what's up. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Colleen saying happy birthday to my friend. Appreciate you. Cinnamon, for me, my girlfriend never seen any Demon Slayer. She said Infinity Castle. Now she wants to watch from the start. Now I'm hoping that happens for a lot of people.
Yeah,
They
agreed.
watch this and want to go all the way back to the beginning and see that growth.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw. Now I don't know this for a fact, but I did see a mom bring their like he looked to be like a 10-year-old son in there,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately, as soon as you see the demon that's eating the girls, I'm like, is she still in here? Like, did she take this boy out? Because this is a
Violent.
like that's the opening like sequence. Like, you come in, this nigga's eating girls on the floor. Like, anyway, but yeah,
Yeah.
like, it's
When
crazy.
I went to go see the Long Walk on Friday, there was a lot of parents with kids dressed up in Demon Slayer clothes watching this movie.
What?
Yeah, kids watch anime. You know what I mean? So
No. Oh, when you went to go. Oh, I'm sorry.
when I went
thought
to go
you
see the
meant-
Long Walk, I saw a bunch of kids going to watch Demon Slayer Infinity Castle dressed up as the characters.
I thought you were saying that there's a bunch of kids in the long walk dressed up as Demon Slayer characters.
That's wild. It's like we just came from Infinity Castle. I know it was 3 hours, but let's go watch the Long Walk.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Like, so I'm not gonna pretend to understand. Yeah, anime is taking over.
Yeah, slowly but
I'm not-
surely.
I'm not gonna pretend to understand everything that happened in this movie.
Mm.
I don't know what Zenitsu's problem was.
What do you
and
mean?
what I mean by that is, I don't recall ever seeing a conversation about his brother turning to the dark side and becoming a demon willingly. I don't remember that happening.
So I just found out that this brother is actually, you know, the blind one. He's actually in his backstory as well in the anime.
Okay.
He was an orphan. He's the one that was the orphan, got trained by the blind one, and then brought a demon to them and killed all the other orphans. And then that's how he got turned into a demon. You remember that guy's backstory, right? You remember?
Yeah, I literally watched it like 2 weeks ago.
That's
Like,
the same guy. That is Zenitsu's brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
That's
an asshole.
crazy.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into that. Like,
Yeah.
first of all, Zenitsu. I know a lot of people don't like him. I do. That's my guy. Sleepy boy, cryy boy. I know. But when he fell in there and his eyes was open and it looked serious, I was hyped.
Bro, I have a love-hate relationship with this character. Zenitsu is one of the coolest, most annoying characters I've ever seen in my entire life. I remember the first season, I almost turned the show off because of him.
Mhm.
Like, I was like, this nigga is crying this entire episode. He's literally crying. I mean, me and you, we talk all the time about why anime can't translate to live action sometimes because of the tropes.
Yeah.
One of the tropes is
Crying.
niggas just crying. And that Zenitsu's one of those characters I'm like, impossible. Right?
Yeah.
But towards the end of that season, when he does fall asleep where he is like, and he just turns into this beast. No, actually it isn't that. He's like, they're in like this home of this demon, and they're going throughout the different sections of the home, and he's scared, but I think either he gets knocked out or something like that, and he just transforms. I was like, oh shit. So he's slowly became one of my favorite characters, and I love him at the end of the season 4 when he was trying to move the boulder, and he was as serious as I had ever seen him by the end of it. And I was like, this is the Zenitsu who I want to see. And to see him in this movie show up, I didn't know the backstory, but he clearly didn't like this nigga. And I was like, yo.
He ignored everyone to find him. It was like he smelled them. He was like, where you at?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, that's part of, like, I love this movie. I love the experience of this movie. I wish I remembered more stuff so I can enjoy it more, so I can get those aha moments or be hype about moments that come up. But it's a testament to the power of the storytelling of Demon Slayer that I don't remember everything, but I'm still enamored by what's happening in front of me on screen.
To give you more context, though, in the end of the season, he gets a letter.
Yeah.
And he gets really serious after that.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, why is he so serious? He's usually, that's no.
I remember him getting the letter, yeah.
But yeah, and we as an audience didn't know what the letter was. We just assumed it was something bad because his attitude changed. So then they gave you context in this movie what there was and what happened and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. So there was a couple things that made me tear up in this film. So Shinobu dying was one.
Yeah.
That made me tear up. But when Zenitsu almost died and he saw his mentor and he said, "You're the pride of my life," tears. I was like, oh, that's all I want to hear in my life. And seventh form.
Yeah.
Oh, peak animation. Oh, aura farming. When
he farmed all the aura. He just it's his.
It was his. When the guy was smoking the crap and all that, he was just standing there and there's like this red glow around him. And he was standing just waiting for him to shut up. And I was like, he's literally doing what the kids say. This is aura farming.
Yep. Now, here's my not complaint wish. Not complaint wish. It's not a complaint. It's a wish. My nigga Inosuke, man.
I got spoiled.
I'm sure he comes up. Excuse me?
I got spoiled with him.
You're telling me too much.
I know. No, it's not bad. He's fighting. That's all I gotta say. You remember the end of the movie? He said, "I want to fight the strongest dude." He's fighting. That's all I know.
Because
you didn't get a moment in this movie.
One of the things I saw online, which I will not tell you, I'll just tell you that I saw a thing, was I was like, looking through people having Demon Slayer conversations. People were spoiling the movie like crazy. And someone was like, "Oh man, I wish I saw more of this person." And they were like, "It won't matter by the third movie." I hate when people do that. Like, if you read the manga, it won't matter by the third movie. It's like, oh my god, shut up.
I went with my friend Clay to go watch Infinity Castle. If you've been on my live streams or my channel for a while, y'all know Clay. I go to watch movies with him sometimes.
Yeah.
He knows everything that's gonna happen, and he mentioned something that's supposed to happen in the third movie, and I was like, dude, I don't want to know. So one thing people don't understand about me when I watch movies, I suspend my disbelief, right?
Yeah.
Fully. I know Tanjiro, for the most part, is not gonna die. Right? Like, he's the main character. He's gonna get fucked up. His finger might get cut off. He's gonna get it pierced in the chin. His eye might get gouged. He's not gonna die, right? But when I'm watching the movie, I assume there's a possibility that he is going to die.
Yeah,
right. So I'm fully
because it was close in this one. I know he's the main character, but we're getting a little close.
We're still not even sure about the end of this movie. He's still alive,
right?
I was so worried. I was so worried once they beat, they didn't really beat him. Once
I can't wait to talk about that.
Yeah, once he whatever, when they fell on the ground, I was like, "There's demons everywhere. Y'all need to get up."
Yeah.
And then the crow made a noise, and I thought it was a demon laughing coming. I went, "Oh no!" Loud in the theater. Everybody started.
Yo, can I tell you, these crows, man? I know they just doing their job, but they some assholes, man. Such and such has died.
I think this one.
Yeah. They be saying all nonchalant.
There's no bedside manner with it.
Zero. I do obviously this is biased. I do like when they announce that certain demons have died. The upper rank such and such has died, which is man, you guys know everything. Man, I want to talk about some of the other smaller things.
Yeah.
Smaller in quotes. Before we get to Zenitsu and Gayu. Sorry, I have the names here because I don't remember. Before we get to that, I do want to talk about the son of the lead
The leader.
Hashira and all that stuff. And just we don't have to talk about it long, but I love the moment where they're looking for
Who's on?
Muzan
Yeah.
and the Infinity Castle just expands.
Oh my god.
Feels so hopeless.
Yeah.
Like, oh
It
my
feels so
god.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it's like,
And it
dog.
was just like, well, are they ever gonna find each other now?
Yeah.
Like,
Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's a whole, you just added a whole city to this thing, which is, the animation's crazy. The animation's
yeah.
amazing.
And
But yeah,
also this demon that's doing this is powerful as hell.
yeah, like I saw a bunch of I saw a bunch of comments like, we need to be going after this person because this is the problem. And I'm sure there's some people who know like the manga and stuff like that who are saying that for a reason and blah blah blah. But for me, it's just like I just loved that part of it, man. Like I had such a good time with that. But yeah, man, whenever you want to get to, was there anything else before we get to Tanjiro?
So Zenitsu beats his brother. I want to talk about so he does the 7th form. He created a new form. Thought that was really dope. It's funny that he knows 1 and 7, but he doesn't know 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's funny.
And 6. But what I like was like, so the guy was talking all this shit. A lot of these demons are narcissistic as shit. So his brother's dying, starting to fade away. He's like, oh yay, at least it makes the villains more believable. Yes, I agree.
100%.
That's something that this show does really well, and My Hero does really well.
My Hero deaths be heartbreaking.
Yeah, and these villains are scary. What I want to say is one thing I thought was really funny. You talk about small moments when they're falling, and he's bragging about, oh, he's gonna die, like he's gonna die with me. And then that little demon guy comes and says, when you don't put nothing into the world, you don't get anything back and you don't have any friends. And he like gets really close to his face. He said, so you're going to die alone. That shit had me. That's so petty because he got like in his face, looked at him like, you going to die alone. He ain't dying. And just grabs him. I thought that was the funniest crap ever. And it was well deserved because he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, another detail, why everybody's committing unaliving themselves in this movie? There's like 3 people that unalive themselves. Zenitsu's Gramps committed thing, right? Asuka's when he gets to that fighting dojo. What's his name again? Is it Asuka, the demon name?
Akaza.
When he gets to that dojo, the wife drowned herself.
Oh yeah, right.
And then there was one other person that killed himself. I'm like, what's going on?
Yep.
Slow down, Yeah. So like it was like a lot of that was happening. I thought that the third time it happened, people went, what the, like people in the crowd was like, what's happening?
Right.
But yeah, that's another small detail I thought was pretty funny. It's not funny, but it was funny. But yeah, let's get into the main event. One of the craziest anime fights I've ever seen in my life. Tanjiro and Giyu. I love Giyu now. Versus what's his name again?
Akaza.
Talk about it. You start.
I feel like there's one more fight that we're forgetting.
It's the ice dude, right? There's the thunder dude. I don't think there was another main fight.
No, it was just the Love Hashira and the other guy fighting people. Winning people. Oh yeah. So none of that. Not that it didn't matter, but we on time.
Wasn't big, yeah.
Tanjiro, I have come to the conclusion that Tanjiro is the most endearing character in anime.
Yeah, I love him.
That boy has the purest of hearts.
Yeah.
He is one of the best characters I've ever seen written, who I actually feel for because of how earnest he is. And also, at the same time, how he does what needs to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the awesome flashback to his father killing the bear.
That was so cool.
it like that shows you exactly why Tanjiro is the way he is.
Yeah,
Like, does he want
comes from his
because
family.
his father didn't want to kill that bear.
No, he
He
warned
said,
him.
"Look, you take another step, it's a wrap."
I'm going to protect my
So,
family. I don't want
yeah,
to do this to you, but if you
right.
make me,
Hey, you know what I mean? He woke Tanjiro up for that. Like, look, you got to protect your family, right?
yeah,
So, like, I love and I'm talking about the entire series, but him in this movie too. But the amount of times that you've seen Tanjiro headbutt one of his friends because they were acting out of pocket, right?
yeah,
Or like the way he loves on his friends, the way he just loves other people, the way he's
he loves on
respectful of other
everybody,
people.
even
Like,
demons.
yeah, even demons. Yo, some of the funniest things I've seen on the internet over this past week has been people talking about how Tanjiro. I saw this one that said Tanjiro makes demons face their inner demons.
Yes, he really does.
Because every time Tanjiro kills a demon, like even like after he cuts their head off, it's like
They start
they.
reminiscing.
We're going to talk about that, but they start like I didn't know that the thing in my heart knew who I was as a person. He was like, I didn't want to kill you, I didn't want to take your head off. It's like I remember his first mission in the forest, the first test that he went through to
Yeah,
become a demon slayer. Like his whole speech to that demon at the end was like, I don't want to do this. Can we stop? Can we have a conversation about that? You know what
yeah,
I mean? But yeah, man. But once Tanjiro decides enough is enough,
it's enough.
it's enough.
There's a
And
Superman quality to him,
yeah,
that which is really endearing. Like he leads with love, but if love
yep,
ain't working, you get these hands,
yeah,
and
for
that's a
sure.
reference to something that happens in this movie with the hands.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you talk about Tanjiro a little bit more.
Yeah, so Tanjiro is one of my favorite anime characters of all time now.
Agreed.
Just super pure heart, super like he cries, like he can be a crybaby sometimes, like Zenitsu, but not too much. He's not like
Mm,
all the way on Zenitsu's side, but he also he's like the perfect medium between his two friends, right?
yeah.
Like he has that softness of Zenitsu, but he also has that wilderness of
Mhm.
Inosuke. And he's just about it, right? He steps up, but what the anime does really well is show you how he got there.
Yeah.
He trains, he learns, he has Deku's also one of my favorite characters too from
I
My
was
Hero.
gonna ask you who your three favorites.
Yeah, and Deku's definitely one of them, and they have a lot of similarities in that, right? Like Deku
Yeah.
also loves on people a lot,
Yep.
but Tanjiro takes it to another level. A lot of people, there's a lot of Demon Slayer clips going around. They have that episode where he was annoying the shit out of Giyu,
Mm-hmm.
and he was everywhere. Like Giyu couldn't even take a bath, and he was there with him, and he's like that little
I
brother.
love that episode so
One of my
much. Yo.
favorite episodes of the series. It's so
I
funny.
love that episode. Yeah.
But what I love is like we keep saying how far Tanjiro gets every time he fights someone stronger. So Akaza, I keep messing his name up.
That's right. That's right.
Akaza comes down, right? Everyone knew it was him
Yep.
because my crowd started cheering immediately. He
Mhm.
comes down, he looks at him, he says his full name. He said, "You're weakling." And I normally in this anime, he backs up like, "Oh shit," right?
Yeah.
He looked at him and was like, like he said, like, "Yes, I want to beat your ass. I've
Yep.
been waiting for this." And he immediately just sliced him, and I was like, like
Yeah.
I loved it. And then Giyu goes, "Holy shit!" Like he is Hashira level now.
Yep.
And I love that recognition, right? Like these three
Mhm.
guys are on that level. They just gotta, kill somebody to get there. Well, I feel like, oh no, Tanjiro can't become a Hashira until Giyu dies. But whatever. Um the way he just steps up here, you can tell that he's not ready still, even though he's keeping up kind of bit, because then when the battle progresses and we see where Giyu goes with Akaza, and then Tanjiro's like, oh shit, running behind, it's like, okay, so
Yo.
he's not perfect, right? Like I
Yeah.
love that he's not perfect yet.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You about to say something?
Oh no, yeah, but like when they're falling and he has to keep up with them, it's like I absolutely like lost it just because of because at one point he's fighting other demons too, and like they're falling down and he has to he's trying to catch up to Asuka, and like in almost every anime I've ever watched, there's a point in the anime where people are fighting so fast, like Dragon Ball Z, they're fighting
Yeah.
so fast and nobody can see
The
them.
lines.
Yeah, like they're just, which I honestly feel like is a way to get around animation. But I mean, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, and it gets to that point, and Tanjiro does the thing that Tanjiro does. He stops, he pauses, he thinks, right? He has to meditate and really think about a lesson that he learned prior, while while
It's
Gyu is getting his ass kicked.
kicking ass as well.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean?
yeah. But Tanjiro does the thing that makes Tanjiro who he is, that I absolutely hate, but he wouldn't be Tanjiro if he didn't do it. Which is he figures out how, oh my god, him figuring out the
fighting spirit thing.
the fighting spirit, and that flashback,
Yeah.
just amazing. That was part of the bear flashback too. Like,
one slight negative that I
Yeah.
have about that flashback, I
Mhm.
do think the Inosuke part didn't need to be there. I felt like it was redundant in terms of having that and then having the dad thing. I think they should just show the dad thing, and it would have gave the same message.
I almost feel like the reason why they showed the Inosuke part is because it'll probably be used in the future.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Like Inosuke does it or something like that. Yeah.
Because remember, we don't have no more seasons. So any character growth that has to happen, we
It
got
has to happen
2
in these
more
movies.
right? So yeah, like, so when he's going into that flashback, I love that flashback, and I love
Yeah.
also the design of the snowflake kind of like, because I didn't expect that kind of design for like the way that Akaza, like the text, the fighting spirit coming.
Oh yeah.
And I really love that.
You know what it reminded me?
Yeah.
Neji from Naruto. His thing when he uses.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Rest in peace
Like
to a
the
goat.
shadow thing. Yeah, like there's one episode of Naruto where he uses that shadow. I think it was like a 1v1 that he has. It was just amazing. I gotta remember like what fight that was. But yeah, like I just love that. But like I was saying, in classic Tanjiro fashion, and he wouldn't be Tanjiro if he didn't do this. He figured out how to kill Akaza. And what does he do? He announces it to the world. Like, I'm gonna cut your head off.
That
Like,
shit was hilarious.
why? Like everybody in my theater was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah, everyone was like, "What?"
What are you doing?" And I know people are like, like Tanjiro has honor, so he's not going to kill somebody. This is what I was seeing online. Tanjiro's honor, so he's not going to kill somebody without telling them that he's doing it. I'm like, bro, this demon is capable of killing everybody in here. We don't have time for your little character situations. People are.
But I gotta say, if he would have sliced his head off from the back, well, that's a crazy sentence. Pause. If he would have done that, they would have lost. They would have died. And the only reason I say that is because Asuka has a code. The reason why he committed, he unalived himself, is because he feels like if you take the cheat way out, if you're a weakling, and the fact that Tanjiro was so ballsy to tell him, "Yo, look at me. I'm not getting you from behind." Pause. Getting you from behind. I want you to look at me as I chop your head off. And then he did it. So it was like, okay, well,
yeah,
he technically he won. I'm cheating,
right?
He started cheating.
Yeah,
when he put his head back on,
bro. I'm like, hey, listen. I'm like, listen here. The rules are: you get your head cut off, you're done. Right?
What are we doing? His head started deteriorating, and he stopped it.
It did deteriorate. Like it completely went away.
No, I'm saying like when it first got cut off, he put it back on, and then Gyu threw his sword and pushed it off.
Oh
and then yeah. First of all, one of the funniest moments in the movie before all this happened, he punched the shit out of Gyu. He went through like 7 buildings, and then when he came back and said Tanjiro, he was like, "I'm so mad, my back hurts." I was like, "I feel you, bro."
I feel that, yeah.
I feel it. That's that millennial feeling right there. That was so funny. He woke up because he made his back hurt. He was like, "All right, man." Yeah. When he got his mark.
Yeah. But it's sad But yeah, they
Yeah,
said
because
like if you
when
get
you
the
get
mark,
the
you got
mark,
at 25.
yeah,
Which see, this is that bullshit. They always why do animes do this? They get the
yeah,
main character, they make you fall in love with the main character, they win, they complete their mission, and you know they're dying at the end of this show.
yeah,
There's no way Tanjiro is walking into the sunset alive with Nezuko. Maybe he does. Do not spoil it in the spoilers.
yeah.
All right?
Oh, Nezuko. She obviously she's not in this movie that much.
Yeah.
Gotta be in part 2 and 3. Like
So
she's such a big part of the show. For her not to fight at all, it would be weird.
yeah. So one of the things that you mentioned about your friend going to see it and really enjoying it, that I was like, oh, this is awesome if she's crying now because she hasn't even met Nezuko yet. And
Yeah,
that is like a main
emotional
part
part
of
of the
the
movie.
film that for a
Yeah,
season and a movie hasn't really been around.
yeah,
So I'm like really interested in seeing the pardon me, the return of Nezuko and how Nezuko gets involved because he's
yeah,
stuck in the Infinity Castle.
yeah. How did she get in there?
In
Is she
there.
gonna be a human when
Yeah,
she there? Then how's that gonna work? Is somebody gonna
right.
train her? Like I'm very interested to see how all that works out.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, the fight with Asuka, man.
yeah.
First of all, Giyu just fighting for his life
Yep.
while Tanjiro stands there and thinks it's so funny.
It's such a Tanjiro thing to do.
And then he figures out how to basically do Ultra Instinct.
Right. Basically.
And basically like he astral projects himself so you can't see his intent because he's not inside his body. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Cuts off his head. Gyu keeps helping. He knocks the shit out of he knocks shit out of Tanjiro, and Gyu is like, okay, whatever. His head's chopped off, and he just keeps walking around without no head. I'm like, what's happening?
Right. It's like you breaking the rules, buddy. Like
You breaking the rules.
like because for me, like if I worked hard enough to take your head off, you could at least do me the honor of just
die.
Just die at this point.
And I think this is where we get the most controversial part of the film. And when I say that, is like a lot of people are divided on this, and I think we both are a little divided on this. Is Asuka's flashback, right? Which is a big chunk of the movie. And yeah, talk about his flashback, how you felt about it, and how it added to, or subtracted from the movie for you.
So for me, so here there's a two-part of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love this flashback. This is the storytelling that makes Demon Slayer Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
It's so good, and I'm almost like I'm not even like necessarily complaining about the flashback itself. As a matter of fact, I'm mostly joking about my complaint about it.
okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of people take like any kind of I wouldn't even say criticism like as like a negative. And what I mean by that is sometimes like I remember watching something or reviewing something. Like I was reviewing I think it was the movie with James McAvoy where he's like psychopath. Well, I mean, how many movies are
I was gonna say which one?
See No Evil.
Oh, Speak No Evil. Yeah.
Speak No Evil, right?
Yeah.
And when the dad was acting like a biatch because he wouldn't protect his family, like I was very adamant about that in my review.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, such and such and such, and the actor such and such and such, and that's what they were telling the character to do. I'm like, I know that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I have to like it.
Do you want no. I don't dislike it.
Oh.
I'm buying into the character.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You're telling me, like, I'm looking at this character as if I'm interacting with it in their world. I'm saying you acting like a beach. I'm not saying that is like a bad thing about the movie. I'm saying what you're telling me about this character, I feel what you're telling me about this character.
Gotcha.
So I respond accordingly, right? Like it's the same thing as if I say like the adoptive parent from Bring Her Back is this narcissistic, insane person, right? No one would question that because everybody is seeing that. I'd be like, yo, why in the world would you blah blah blah? And someone's like, well, that's the way the character's written. Well, I know that. I'm buying into the character.
Yeah.
So in the same way, when I say, hey, nigga, you got your head cut off, you don't get to tell your backstory for an hour. Like that. like that's not okay. Like you don't die and then filibuster, right? You
That's
go away. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like it's so I'm not complaining about the character. I'm not complaining about I do have a critique of this.
Mm.
It's kind of like more of a business critique, but less than a movie critique, right?
Mm.
But I do have a critique of it from a movie standpoint too. But like I'm more so critiquing it from the standpoint of what the characters are doing in the movie. Now, here are my two critiques of it, right? One, and they're kind of like one and the same. One, the story's amazing. I didn't come here for that, right?
Mm.
In a sense, it's like, okay, cool. We're doing a flashback. We're going to spend like 5-10 minutes on this, and then we're going to get back to whatever else is happening in the Infinity Castle, right? No,
Yeah.
we're telling his entire life story, which is a great story, but I'm also kind of like, we're spending a lot of time on this. It's a great story. We're spending a lot of time on this. And as much as we wanted Asuka to get his and die, now I will say that it made the ending better, right? Because if we don't see that flashback, the ending is not nearly as impactful, right?
No.
So it's kind of needed. But in my mind, I'm thinking two things. One, the fact that this movie is 2 hours and
48 minutes.
And 48 minutes. I thought it was 2:35. 2 hours and 48 minutes. When I went into the theater, I had no idea. I thought the movie was like an hour and a half. I realized it was, and I saw the Love Hot Rod, what's her name, like running through the thing. And I was like, oh, you know what? Well, let me go get some food because I didn't realize I would be here this long. And thankfully, in my theater, like they bring their food to you. So I was like, bang, let me get the nachos. I'll see you at my seat. They brought it to me. I literally ate an entire meal in the last hour and some change that this movie was going. Right? I don't think I missed anything because I was going for like less than 5 minutes. So the reason why I bring that up is if you're talking about repeat viewings and wanting to maximize your profits, now they made a lot of damn money.
Yeah.
But you can make more if the movie is shorter, which is a conversation in Hollywood that we've been having about why are movies so short now? Why they feel like they're rushing because you want more viewings. Sometimes I get that thought process. And the fact that this movie is 2.5 hours long, I'm kind of like, I would love to go see this movie in the theater again.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time commitment.
It's a big commitment because it's not. You keep saying 2.5. It's 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours. 12 minutes off from being 3 hours, right? Yeah. And then when you add the 30-minute trailers, it is 3 hour commitment, right?
Right. So,
usually, if you watch a 2 hour movie, it's a 2.5. But this is 2 hours and 48, so it's an over 3 hour commitment.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
It's a lot, and I would love to go see this movie in the theater again. But him's coming out, and honestly, nothing else that's coming out this weekend I don't care about. So I might end up going to it again. But actually, I probably won't because it's a lot. Anyway, so that's kind of like from a business standpoint. I'm kind of like, how are you going to get repeat viewings doing this? Now, anime fans are anime fans. Not everybody's a huge cinephile like us. So there's a huge possibility that it will make a ton of money this weekend. And that's just me, right?
People might not go see him. I don't think the audience that's interested in him is interested in Demon Slayer.
I'm interested in both. But anyway, we're special. We're different. And when we say special, we're like we'd be at that theater. So there's that
film club. We be at that theater.
Hey, write that down. But I think the other part, which is kind of like one and the same, is this would have been great for kind of like an extended edition. Because there was a point where I was kind of like, all right. Because I also feel like almost so. Tell me what you think, because I want to hear your thoughts on this. When I do go back and see this movie again, and we get to that part.
Mhm.
And I know that part is the next hour of this. It's a
Mhm.
great story.
It's so good. It becomes a rom-com, a
Like,
tragic one.
for me, it's a great story to watch one time and then move on to the next thing that's happening. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like once we get to this part, you're still going to be like, because think about it, right? I'm setting up the stage,
Yeah.
killing, fighting, cut his head off. Oh, action, 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 action. And then on the other end of this, we're getting back to action, 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 action. But in between that, there's an hour of storytelling, which is also really good storytelling. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's not the same. You know what I mean?
I think
What do you think?
in general, those flashbacks, all the flashbacks, may hurt repeat viewing in general. It might be a situation where people, when they watch Endgame or Infinity War, they skip to the action scenes and skip the middle parts where people talk and all the emotional aspects happen. I feel like
Yeah.
that's been a conversation where directors are watching people watching movies and they're going from one set piece to other set piece with other set piece without actually watching the parts that set up the set piece.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I already know about this. I just want to see the fights.
Yeah.
And I can see that happening with people watching this on streaming or renting and things like that. And then kind of like, I want to see these fights again, but I don't want to sit through watching these flashbacks again.
Are you more likely to watch Fantastic Four, or you're more likely to watch the chase scene with Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four?
You might watch the initial chase scene and then go to the Galactus fight and just skip all the stuff in between.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of action after that.
And I enjoy that movie as
I love that movie.
But I want to see that chase scene.
Me too.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Me too. I'm excited to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
But for me, so repeat viewing, I understand. But in the moment, watching it in the film itself, not thinking about watching it again, I absolutely loved it. I loved it so much because they made a character that I did not like. Maybe it did a couple things. It made a character I did not like. I felt sympathy for, right?
Yep.
Not empathy,
Yep.
obviously, because I ain't go through none of that. He had a hard life.
Yeah.
One. Two, it added context to all these demons, right? Like a lot of people say, oh, you're making us trying to feel bad for these people, but they killed a lot of people. But it added the context that they lose their memories. They're different people as demons.
I kind of felt a way about that. Because
Why?
I almost kind of felt like, well, that cheapens the journey in a sense. Almost because it's like, and I also don't believe that. I feel like that's inconsistent writing. Because I feel like a lot of demons have said the reason why I feel this way and was willing to do this is because we had the same thing in the beginning of the movie when Bo was like, yo, all them people was stupid, like, and they was worshiping me and such.
Yeah, so you remembered. I guess it depends on maybe Muzan and what he does to you, because maybe because I think Akaza is one of his longest demons that he's had.
Yeah.
And maybe it's the length of time.
He's been around for a
long time, like 500 years, they said, or something like that. So maybe that is the aspect of it where, or maybe it's because he shoved his hand through his brain.
Yeah. Like, when that happened, I was like, wait, how did he become a demon? He's dead.
Yeah. He killed him.
He killed him.
It was so. That's why I love this show. It was so shocking.
Yeah.
Like, wait, hold up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. He dead. First of all, him killing all those people in the dojo with his bare hands is insane. To the point where they were like, he's a demon, and Muzan had to come check. Like, hey, hold on, there's a demon out here doing stuff that I ain't tell him to do. Right. Oh, you?
Yeah, that was wild. I love his master. When they first meet, when his master,
my guy, man, from
Naruto, love the fact that he kicked Asuka's. He beat his ass.
Yes, immediately. He's I beat the criminal out of you.
Yo, people in my theater were going wild when he said that.
Because it's like, I know you're not going to go do anything because you know I'm going to put these hands on you again.
Right. But he says it so calmly. He's like,
he's smiling at you.
Yeah, like, I'll beat your ass, little man. Like,
don't do that to my daughter.
Right.
because he said, "You're gonna leave your daughter with a criminal." He said, "You know better.
Right.
The beating you gonna get, I'm gonna find
Yeah.
you, and the beating
Yeah.
you gonna get is gonna be crazy."
The first time he met his daughter, his face was black and blue, yo.
Yeah, she's like, "What happened to you?" It was like, "Your dad."
Your dad.
That whole like him dedicate, like him like bringing that feeling he had with his father, right?
Mhm.
Taking care of sick father all the time until his
Yep.
father. Then his father commits that. I think his father killed himself.
I think so.
Yeah.
Either that
Yeah.
or
He killed himself because he got caught.
right.
No, see, I'm telling you, all these people just committing
A lot of
unalive.
Cinephile going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff ago. Yeah, so like the fact that he found this family, he started taking care of someone else. He what I kind of hoped. I know I'm jumping around. What I kind of hoped with what the backstory was going to lead to, because he was growing back his head, was that he was going to grow back his head. He's going to go, you know what? I'm going to help you guys. Because I've been doing the opposite of what my loved ones wanted to do. I remember them now. I know I'm gonna die, and I deserve to die because obviously there's no way for him to survive the situation.
Yeah.
It's either he gets killed by a demon slayer or he helps kill Muzan and then he dies. Because if you kill Muzan, all the demons dies. My last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help you kill Muzan. That would have been so cool. And kind of like if a demon was to help them do this, it kind of with the whole arc of how Muzan is basically Trump. It's kind of like K-pop Demon Hunters, like how the demons are being shamed into this.
Yeah.
He's like making these people, he's taking away their humanity and making them do this. I think that would have been really cool. Tanjiro gave him back his humanity and now he's helping.
Yeah.
But I also understood why I didn't do that. And he, you know.
I mean, I also feel like it is good sometimes when like you just kind of move on from characters and let them be, because often with times what happens is the bad guy turns good and he's the weakest nigga you ever met.
Yeah,
you know I mean?
tons of times. Green Ranger, White Ranger, every sixth Ranger ever exists will whoop the Power Rangers behind, and as soon as they become good, they get their ass kicked.
I don't know if you ever saw this, but I mean, of course you've seen it, but I rewatched, or I saw a clip rather, of when the Green Ranger jumps into the Megazords and beat all their ass, and then he comes down, he backslaps Kimberly. Like he pimp smacks her, and she, of course, sparks start flying. I'm like, yo, what's up with you? What's going on? Are you okay? Yeah.
Yeah, so that fight, the flashback's amazing. All the fighting is great. He destroys himself, sees his wife. That was another moment where that got me, right? Like he saw his father, he saw his mentor, he saw Muzan, which was really interesting. It was like Muzan was trying to reach to him.
Yeah, but before we get to that, you recall Tanjiro is unconscious on the floor.
Yeah, I was like, what is happening? It was interesting that he kept trying to go to Tanjiro, like he was ignoring Gyu. Gyu was like, "You better look at me."
Right? No, because he was like, "You did this to me. You brought all these memories back. You gotta go."
Yeah, and then he wakes up and he's like, "Did I fall asleep in the middle of a battle?"
This kid.
And then, how can I forget about that? He charges at him, and then his sword drops out his hand. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah. Oh, when he dropped his sword, I was like, "He punched him. He punched him." I was like, "Nigga, are you crazy?" He punched him, but at the same time, I was like, "Keep punching him," because I don't.
Yeah.
Yo, if they would have did something cool where Tanjiro like actually did develop something where he could go hand for him with him, that'd have been dope. At the same time, I don't know if Tanjiro's winning that one because this nigga's going hand for hand.
That first hand clash is gonna look like Invincible. You remember what happened to Invincible?
Yeah. But if Tanjiro's, if he's a little stockier, a little taller, maybe. But
if this brother had a few more inches, oh Lord, don't get me salivating and fantasizing about things. Oh my God.
Like, you know what I mean?
That is the wildest.
That's a felony.
Like, what are we talking about right now? Man. So, yeah, just to wrap it up, because we're almost at the end of the movie and what we loved about the film. This turned into kind of like, well, we didn't recap the movie. We just talked about the parts we loved.
Yeah.
After he passes, I was wondering, I was like, what are they gonna do? And they kind of just pass out.
Mhm.
They
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just pass out, and that's it. Everybody's hurt. Zenitsu is out of the game. These two are out of the game. We don't know where the rest of the Demon Slayers are at, and now the Infinity Castle is even bigger. So it sets
Yeah.
up the stakes for part 2 to be amazing. So before we get to all the comments,
Mhm.
what's your one wish for part 2?
My one wish for part 2 is that the characters who we didn't get to see fight a lot get to fight a lot. Like the Love
Yeah.
Hashira, the Snake dude, the Blind dude. I really want to see like throw hands in an extended battle.
Yeah.
Inosuke, I want to see fight in an extended battle. I want to see some dope demons that we may or may not have met before. I feel like there's only a few of them left. Like how many of the upper
Is it
rank
mostly
demons?
12 upper
12,
demons?
and
Yeah.
we've killed like half of them niggas by
Yeah, I
now.
think we killed like 6 of them right now, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to see more
Number 1 is coming. He
yeah,
looks scary.
yeah.
He just moved his sword and things started breaking. I was like, oh boy.
I'm concerned. Yeah. So yeah, man, like I want to see more of that. I also want to see like some dynamism inside the Infinity Castle.
Right.
Yeah, because it's not even that. It's like it does all look the same in there.
Oh, okay.
And at some point, that background is going to kind of like blur into the background. Like,
Gotcha.
I would like to see some different looks of the Infinity Castle. Maybe we have a situation where Muzan or another like upper rank gets to change like the type of atmosphere that we have.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like also, well, we know what we're going to get in the third one.
Yeah.
We're going to get a hour and a half flashback of Muzan.
Like, oh yeah. Like, why is he this way? How it started? Yeah.
I would almost rather that happen in the second one than the third one, because you want that ending to be the ending, the crescendo. Yeah. But so I almost want like the Muzan thing to happen by the end. But I also wanted like a huge, because this movie ended and you're like, oh, I can't wait for the next one, which I cannot wait for the next one. But it didn't end on like a cliffhanger where you're like, oh my God, these niggas is in trouble. I don't want this, but it makes sense. I need an Empire Strikes Back situation where a bunch of our heroes get capped.
Oh no.
That's probably what makes the most sense. But I don't
want that. Scared is that what I'm scared is because the only Hashira or only Demon Slayer that died in this movie, it was a girl. And I'm scared that is what's going to continue to happen, where the girls are the ones that die, because they're just physically weaker.
Some of these niggas is dying.
I do think that, but I'm scared that like the second movie, the loved one is the one that dies, and that's the emotional arc. I'm just hoping they don't fridge the girls. Right.
Of all the people who I think could survive, I think she's very likely to survive.
I feel like that's why she's going to die. Because it just makes sense for her to survive, but we'll see. It might be a situation where no one gets out of this. You know what I mean? They might all go down taking this guy out. Because if Asuka, if the third one is Asuka, am I saying this right? I don't know. Akaza is this strong, right? They didn't really beat him, right? And
he beat himself. Yeah,
he beat himself. We saw what number 2 can do.
Yeah.
And we don't know what number 1 can do.
Right.
And number 1 was a Demon Slayer. So that is the scary part about it. Like, he is one of them. So, and they're all weaker than Muzan.
Right.
So,
which to me is you're gonna have to do some writing.
Oh yeah. They wrote this
some writing to make me feel like, oh, Muzan's like 10 times stronger than these niggas. These niggas is really strong. You're gonna have to do some writing.
Hopefully he gets turned into a human. Hopefully that potion works.
Wait, you never saw Avatar, The Last Airbender?
Yeah, I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. Yeah, of course.
So, remember when he took the bending from?
Yes, for the Fire Lord. Yeah. Yep. Similar situation. The one thing I just want to see, and I mentioned it earlier for the second part, Nezuko. I want to see Nezuko involved. I also would be interested to see if a demon attacks the kids because the
I think
sound
that's very
Hashira is
possible.
there.
Hey.
Rangoku's father's there. It'll be interesting to see them fight
Mhm.
because it's not going to be Upper Moon, right? All the Upper Moons is in Infinity Castle, so it'll be a lower level demon. It'll be interesting if it's somebody that's strong enough to give them a problem.
Yeah. 1 second. Let me let this guy out.
Yeah,
Nah,
do you
nah,
think?
I'm just gonna- Yeah.
But my score for this, and obviously you could tell by how we're talking about it, this is an IMAX, right? Go to the theater, go see it in the biggest screen possible. I saw this in the RPX. It looked absolutely stunning and amazing on the big screen. I saw it in sub, but I heard the dub is really good. I know Channing Tatum is one of the characters, voicing the characters. Definitely go check it out, whether you want to hear it in English voices or you want to hear it inside of the original language, which is what I prefer. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the discussion about Demon Slayer and what do you think about um, the weight that we're about to get. So let me see what you guys have to say. JS said he loved Demon Slayer. He said he loved Demon Slayer. I'm gonna unmute you now. I had to mute you, boy.
Dub over sub.
Dub,
I saw it in the dub because I was not going to be reading for 2.5
dub
hours
over sub.
or 2 hours
Noob.
48 minutes.
Noob.
It wasn't happening.
Noob.
No.
Noob. Let me see. With all the new actors coming up, I can't keep it with people's names, so I understand where you're coming from when you say you can't remember people's names. Yeah, there's a lot of actors, man. I don't remember all of them.
A lot of people.
With me saying that I can't say anything about the two movies, I'm pretty sure that one I would have picked if I could have seen the movies would have been The Long Walk. It's the first book, that Stephen King book that I ever read. It had a big impact on me. With that being said, I really think it would be the movie that I really enjoyed. Nothing against the other movies. That makes sense. If you're not into anime, does it, yeah, anime. I do like anime, but it doesn't have as big as impact.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Tank said there was a bunch of kids, like they were streaming, having fun. It was a good time. One character said 67 and all the kids lost their damn minds.
I don't see. This is how I know I'm old. I've seen the people reference the 6-7 thing. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either. Tell us if you know. I don't know the books, but I got a theory. The upper rank number one, the one with the 6 eyes, is going to be related to Tanjiro. Absolutely. You can see it.
Yeah, because doesn't he have the same earrings?
He has the earrings. He has the hair, the face. He looks like he's probably his grandfather. Because he said before, I think his father was talking about his grandfather like passing.
Right.
So it might have been the thing if they thought he passed, but he's actually a demon.
Bro.
Because they said there's a Hashira that was strong enough to kill Muzan, and they all fear him, and Tanjiro looks like him. Every time Tanjiro started turning up, they would see him.
Yeah.
I think it's this dude.
Yeah.
Goki, what the hell? Goku, Luffy, and Tanjiro. 3 best good guy anime characters. No one comes close. I haven't watched One Piece, so I have no idea about Luffy.
I'm gonna go with Tanjiro for sure.
Yeah.
Deku is the name of a hero. That is
man.
my nigga.
That's
and Naruto.
Naruto's a great one.
Those are top 3 underdogs. I don't even know if Tanjiro's. Well, I guess you could say Tanjiro's an underdog, but he don't be acting like an underdog. Yeah,
he be trying. He's definitely an underdog.
yeah. He don't be carrying himself like an underdog, but be like, I will kill y'all. But yeah.
Yeah, but Tank was talking about what you said. But other demons remember their past. The other funny demon in the movie and the dude's brother. So it was just final demon fight. Dude can't remember. Yeah, that's where they play with it where they want, and that's kind of an anime thing, right? Like they don't follow their strict rules.
Yeah,
Della movies.
They do what they want to do.
Haven't seen either, but I'm just saying what's up and hitting the like
what
button. Appreciate you.
Good to see you.
The clip of Stephen A is diabolical. It really is. That Smith clip is wild as hell. I thought that sounded like Channing Tatum. Yeah, he's playing one of the characters. I forgot which one he's playing.
I didn't pick up on it, but yeah, I'm.
He's playing one of the demons.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I wonder which
Hey,
one.
Kenny and Zach, how are you doing? We're doing really good.
Doing well,
We're
man.
getting to wrap up the stream. We went over our last 4 watch films, which was really, really fun. We caught up and told everybody like what's been happening with our lives and why we didn't stream for the last 2 weeks. And then we reviewed the long walk or talked about the long walk and went extensively, and then did the same for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. And we also agree with this. W for Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
W.
Right now, that's my 5th favorite film of the year.
I haven't ranked it yet because I honestly don't know what to do with it. Like, it's great, but I almost feel like sometimes I'm like, you know,
I just know how I felt about it. I'm not trying to put it in like, oh, it doesn't stand alone by itself, and I'm not.
I don't
It
care
gave me all the.
about
I
yeah.
loved it. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It wasn't a demon. Shannon was the fighter hands guy. He was the one that trained Asuka.
He was great.
Yeah. Colleen said, my students keep saying 6'7". It's pretty much often is accompanied by a double hand gesture you would use to tell someone that you're weighing 2 options. Interesting. 6'7". I don't know. This is how you know I'm old, because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got Google and Chat GPT. Why am I acting like I can't? What does 6? Oh, see, I'm not the only person. 6'7" has multiple contrasting meanings, most referred to as a quick, abrupt exit or rejection. Get lost, leave me alone, or secret I love you code. It comes from the UK. Okay. It's one of those flexible words that means a lot of different things. See, when you watch Film Club, you learn stuff that you may have never learned anywhere else. So that's why you should subscribe. But let's get it out of here, guys. Kenny, tell the people where they can find you and what you're doing.
So you can find me on the So you can find me on the Kenny Sparks channel. I am currently working on doing a review for the Unseen Movie Marathon movie that you guys voted on for Dawn of the Dead, 1978, and I'm excited to finish the movie, and I'm excited to review the movie at some point. I like I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with this channel. You guys might not see me until 2029, or you might see me next week. Who knows? But I appreciate you guys coming through to the stream. I'm black. You're not, or you are. And have a great day. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours. Don't be ashamed of me.
I have to be.
I thought we were friends.
We are, and that's why I'm ashamed of you. First of all, you're black and Puerto Rican. You always gotta say that. Gotcha. He said, and you're not. It's crazy. That's hilarious. And before I go, let me these last couple comments. Marcy C said, I thought you did a review on The Long Walk. Glad to be here. I'm new. I just came here from Kenny. I owe him one. Nice.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I definitely reviewed The Long Walk. I don't think Kenny did.
I didn't. I haven't reviewed anything in 20 years. I haven't reviewed. I think the last new movie I reviewed, I don't even know. I'm like the worst YouTuber in the world when it comes to doing reviews. Let me see, because I'll like put out a review and then disappear for a month.
Isn't it House?
I'm talking about like recent movies.
Mm-hmm.
So the last was Weapons. That was the last thing I reviewed.
Okay,
that was a month ago. And after that, I put out House.
Gotcha. Yeah. Are you guys gonna watch Chainsaw Man Res Arc? I saw the trailer. It looks good. But we'll see.
I have 3 episodes left in the first season. I don't know if there's a season after this.
No. Oh, well, there will be, but it hasn't come out yet.
Okay, so more than likely, I'm going to finish the season, then go see the movie.
So many meanings in real life have so many meanings. It's all about the context. Yep.
100%.
Love you guys. Keep the awesome content up. Thank you. I appreciate you, Tank. Obviously, you know, if you know, Tank is the leader of the Spoiler Kings. Definitely go check them out. They are very consistent with their streams, and they're great.
Man, they are on top of it.
Colleen, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, she black. Word, Puerto Rico? Yeah. Yeah, we got a
Yeah,
Spanish
man.
guy on here, man.
I'm out
Afro
here. I don't
Latino.
know Spanish. Let me tell you something right now.
He's like, oh, you can't. He's like, I don't know Spanish. Don't expect that. Like many Puerto
Yeah.
Ricans don't know
Yeah.
Spanish.
Mi abuela, my abuelita, she's Puerto Rican. And my mom is half black and half Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican.
Hey,
My
I
dad
like
is
that.
black and my mom is half, so Puerto Ricans are in abundance. Hey, yeah. Oh, you Kenny, because I didn't stream Speed in time. You didn't do anything wrong. So I in the Discord that I'm in, where a bunch of dope people are like they all they do is get together and stream movies together and watch movies together and stuff like that. I made a recommendation for Speed, and I just didn't expect it to turn around that fast. She was like, I recommended. It was like, yeah, we're watching it tonight. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
It's like, oh, y'all do it fast.
Yeah. So I mean, it was there was nothing wrong with it. I was just really happy that other people were enjoying it as much as they did, because Speed is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. So yeah, I love that movie. So I'm always happy when other people get a chance to enjoy it. So you didn't do anything wrong, but I'm super happy that you came to support. I did review Superman. I love Superman. Yeah, it was a great movie. Zach hates it, man. He said Snyder or nothing. He said, give me my Moody boy back. But yeah, that's not true.
Oh, the soy boy. Happy to catch the live. Good stuff. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. We're gonna be going seeing him on Friday, so that's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Keep up the good work. You guys are awesome. You, Jason, your live stream that you did with Toby Dark Movies yesterday was really good. I didn't get to comment all the time, but I was watching a lot of it.
Mm.
Kenny, we're never on time.
I feel like you guys are on time because people don't expect you to be on time. So when you I think you scheduled for like 10 and you guys show like 10:30. I think everybody expects you to be there at 10:30.
30. Yeah.
Yeah.
The 10 o'clock is just like, it's happening.
Right. This is like, hey, guys, remember, we're doing this in 30 minutes.
Yeah. But we good too. Nice.
Hey.
Nice. But yeah, I guess let me talk about my channel because it does exist. I'm Zach from Zach Attack Reviews. If you're watching from Kenny's stream or just brand new, I do film club every week with Kenny. I do movie reviews. I'm working on a video essay. I thought I had it cracked, but I'm kind of changing the way I do scripts. So hopefully that comes out soon because I've been talking about it for a while. My next video is probably going to be a review on him. I want to see if I can just do a non-spoiler Demon Slayer review. Because I came up with a really cool thumbnail for it. So I want to use it. And yeah, I'm just been working on my writing so I can write my scripts and my reviews are better. And making it more auditory and visually pleasing for you guys. So definitely go watch the Long Walk review if you haven't. Give me feedback. I need the feedback and let me know if the things that I'm doing that's different is good. You can either comment on the video or message me separately. That's totally fine. I'm trying to, maybe make this a part-time job, but we'll see. And I'm black and Irish, I guess. That's where my last name. I'm not gonna say my last name on stream, but that's where my last name comes from. I think you're muted. Yeah, you're muted.
How did you know? Did you know what I said? Because it sounded like you answered my question.
You mouthed it, and I read
it. See, we know what I mean? We like this. Like 2 peas in a pod. Also, by the way, just a sidebar. I think I'm going to New York Comic Con in October.
Oh, you are?
Maybe. If I get my life together, I might be going. So yeah. Just want to throw it out there. I'll only be there for the day. But yeah. Okay. But yeah, you should definitely do that Demon Slayer review.
Yeah.
Don't slack on it.
I got lots to say. But this was really fun. Also, streams, we're going to be trying to keep it hour 32 hours. We went over a little bit. But so definitely make sure you jump in right away and don't wait because we ain't going 4 hours no more.
Nope, we're definitely not doing that.
So this was really, really fun. I appreciate everyone. We will see you next week. Most likely we'll be doing a spoiler talk on him. And I'll see if I get to see A Bold, Beautiful Journey, whatever that movie coming out. I heard it was actually really good and heartfelt.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see. I might not have time because we actually have a stream or a video coming up with Kiara for this Saturday.
Hey, can't wait for that.
So we're going to be doing that. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Appreciate you. Peace.
If this brother had a few more inches, oh Lord,